Guys, the Mulgar music just hits different. A little bit of that. It's this part right here, it's this piece. We're almost there. So close. Alright. I try to set up some new... Turn that audio down just a little bit. Tried to set up some new stuff on Twitch. Probably scuff. Chat box. Ain't it? That chat box works, but that's not the one I had set up. Where did I save it as? Weird. I mean, I guess we'll just run it like this. Log out this character. What spec am I looking to PvP on? I'm definitely looking to PvP on my Druid, and I probably will play mostly Feral. I only play two-handed enhancement? Exactly. Exactly. I'm actually super confused on what even happened to my I set up a better text window and it just didn't even save or something. Just get a color block for now. Source, let's just do... Kind of frustrating though. Put chat over the top. Sorry guys, this was supposed to have done. Let's see. I even to do. Okay, that'll do for now, I guess. That'll do for now. I got what am I trying to say? I got Streamlabs Ultra so that I can stream on not only here, but also on YouTube, but also on Twitch, and I'm just gonna see how things run. And then of course I took some time to set stuff up beforehand, and then it didn't save before I went live, I guess. The bummer. Free Wrath is enticing as well. Just kite forever and spam Wrath with 3 dots and Star Surge. Yeah, you just don't do that much damage, really. Resto Boomy Hybrid will be good for World PvP or not? Probably in later phases. I don't think casters are very strong at the beginning. Oh, you know what? Here, I need to... Okay. Free Wrath and Healing Touch is going to be so strong. Yes and no. I mean, like, you have to get casts off, right? And if you're kiting, you can't really stop to cast. I feel that melee is going to be so strong that you really just want to play barrel. We'll queue that, and then we'll go to Fellwood. Hey Leslie, how's it going? I wonder if it's because I don't know. I don't know why my all my settings went away. It's super frustrating. I was like working on setting up my stream before starting, and then I don't know, nothing transferred over. After I switched scenes, I switched from my going live scene, and then after that it just, I don't know, spazzed out on me. Dreaming of waking up on Thursday? Yeah, it's gonna be a fun time. We're almost there. I need to put up a... I'll probably put up a countdown in the next few days once we get a little closer. Well, few days is when we're there, so probably the 29th I'll put a countdown. Yeah, it's getting close, guys. Have you guys kind of finalized things? You know what you're gonna do? Got some plans? Took some time off? Called out? Or are you gonna call in to work sick? Or are you gonna just work the day and then play during the evening? Be able to make a tune on Thursday, but not grind till Friday. That's alright, though. I mean... since the cap's only 25, you don't really have to worry too much about like speeding up there. You're rolling Tarn Shaman, but after the starting zone, I'm death skipping to Razor Hill because I know that zone too well, and I know Mulgore very, very little. Okay. Well, I mean, if you wanted to, Brian, like if you care about that kind of stuff, the Tarn Shaman area actually I think is like if you go the Tarn area and you play as a shaman, I think it has like one of the fastest 1 to 10 times. There's several like there's like Gotham Luck, I think, and Artemis Fowl. I think they're actually married, but she is. I think she works at BlizzCon. She works at Blizzard. I think she was at BlizzCon, but she had a really, really fast shaman time from like 1 to 15 one time. But Mulgore is a pretty good zone for shamans, and then you can get the Cauldron Stirrer at I think level 10 from the Barons, and that staff is really, really strong. Just taking care of stuff so my wife can relax while I game hard. Yeah, that's kind of been me the last few days, trying to just get caught up with real life stuff, get everything kind of squared away, and kind of be able to go into Classic here in a few days without really having too much to worry about in real life for responsibilities. Tomorrow and Wednesdays are your get shit done day, so I can degen this weekend. Yeah. Our file is gonna go 11.5.0 for PvP initially. People might, I don't know. I've been kind of, I think 11.5 is gonna give you a lot more damage, but I don't know if I can do it without feline swiftness. Like, feline swiftness is going to be so strong in PvP, so we'll have to see. It might also kind of come down to like how quickly you can get the mount in Ashenvale. Like if the Ashenvale mount isn't really that much of a grind and you're able to get around places pretty quick on your mount, then it's probably fine to just go 11.5, but cat form, the speed is really nice too. Yeah, Nathan, I agree. It's pretty tough. Smacked all the 60 ferals up on Faralina on your warrior. Okay, we are Ellie right now. We're gonna have to respec in a little while for 2 bosses in raid. But before that, we'll run around a little and look for some PvP. Probably shouldn't have our healing stuff on. Okay, there's all that stuff. For going into feline swiftness, I will go 2 and 2. This armor contribution at this level, in general, this talent is kind of meh, but then this talent is also eh. But I think this is going to be a little bit better just for overall play. But it's going to look like that. Probably look something like that. The problem is, like, bear form charge is... I don't really know if it's worth it without having Furor, because you're going to have to go into bear form and either generate rage with some hits, or you're going to have to generate rage with enrage, which obviously is not ideal. I'll let that guy 1v1 him. He's running. Unacceptable. What a joke, dude. Grounded that. No. He left just slightly behind. It's okay, he doesn't have epic mount. Oh, it's our friend. Do I know the streamer? Okay, this whole bear thing's getting really annoying. I know the streamer Feral named Shoppy or something like that. No, I don't. Oh. No, he's gonna get killed by the mage. We'll res you. Why is it the second that I start streaming on Twitch with multi-stream, I get some bot stuff. And then I'm not on I don't have any mana. Hey! Orion, welcome. Thanks so much for joining. Really appreciate it. We just used some of the subscriber money that we got yesterday to go ahead and get ourselves the ability to stream on both platforms, but now I need to go in here and ban this person. Block. Can I ban them out of my chat? Because I haven't streamed on Twitch in so long. Let's see. Timeout, ban. Okay, there. That's what we want to do. Okay. I think we go back up here. Finally catering to your Twitch Coomer audience. I'm doing what I can, man. I understand people have their like favorite platform, so it's nice if I can do both. Shout out to these pre-SOD streams. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. I know it's like I know a lot. Like I don't really. Well, that's not true. I mean, I sub to some smaller people. Like I was sub to Spo always back in the day when I'd watch him. But I know for some people it's like just something that you don't think about doing, but it really does help. Darn, I don't have my I don't have any. That solve. Go get him, mama. Get that boy. 3v1. Close fight, close fight. Yeah, Spo TV. Love that guy. I used to watch him back in the day when I was on Northdale. And I was back in the day on Northdale, and I was like just leveling my druid, and he was at max level, and I would watch him to kind of learn a lot about druid and just kind of for some entertainment. 3v1 typical horde players. Yeah, I try not to like interrupt. Like if someone's having like a 1v1, I'll just like leave them, right? But the problem is anytime I do that, I feel like I always get punished for it later. Like I'll randomly get 3v1 by someone. So I feel like with PvP it's just like whatever goes goes, you know? That mage got owned? Yeah, he did. He also had horrible gear, though, so that also helps. Just out here farming a little bit, you know? Doing the important things in the game. Alright, finally AB popped. Did we get any... Ooh. Oh, you passed on it? Oh no, man. I think you should have rolled. Okay, I gotta go do this battleground. Anyone know if consumable will be usable by druids in form in SOD? We haven't had any confirmation on that. So at the moment, who knows? I'd be kind of surprised if they changed and allowed that, just because it's not something that was available in Classic, so I could see them. Guess I'll get this. Everyone just ran by. It wasn't ever a thing in Classic, so it'd be kind of weird if they put it in without even like mentioning it, you know? I feel like if they were going to do something like that, they'd have already kind of discussed it, I guess. Streamer privilege. Why is it as soon as I start streaming on Twitch and it's just like all the memers come out? Oof, I think there's a hunter down here, yep. He's gonna scatter. Okay, eat the trap because we had grounding down. And we can kill him without getting interrupted. The guy was pretty much best in slot, I think. And then, funny enough, we wiped them here, but everyone just pushed and no one even capped. So it seems like it's one of those Zug games. Is Troll Shaman going to be the meta for Resto? If you care about like PvE a lot, then yeah, Troll Shaman is like hands down the best for the haste that you get. But if you really, really care about PvP and PvE is just kind of an afterthought, then I honestly don't really think Troll's your best bet. But if you kind of want something that's overall like all around good, Troll's a pretty good option if you are more focused on the caster abilities, because it is pretty helpful for PvP and PvE. Like I survive, like a lot of times I'll live just because of having, you know, berserking at low level health heals. Like it's pretty nice. We're definitely dead here. 100%. Can't believe it's been 4 years. I know, I think the last time I was live on Twitch was around 4 years ago. I've been streaming on YouTube lately, but I just yesterday night set up Streamlabs Ultra so you can like do multi-streams. So this will be my first Twitch stream in a long time. All right, let's see. I think they're definitely taking that. Oh damn, that mage almost was able to get an interrupt in. Okay, there's a rogue around here. Hey Evan, hope is all well. Yeah, Neutrality, how's it going? Everything's good. It's not like class design, so I hope not. I like quirks like that. Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, you definitely have to play around. We'll put Wind Fury down, he's in our group, but we maybe should have used the global to heal him. Yeah. There's just too many people here. Spell pushback. You hate it. I hated on Classic how you had to have a macro for every skill to come out. Yeah, I mean, so classic shifting is super annoying when you want to use things like that. Even like grenades for druids. But I don't know. It's like the price you pay for being able to shift like that, I guess. Well, maybe we'll just go blacksmith, I guess, because the stables push is not really happening right now. If I turn Mulgore music down a bit, then we turn this up a bit. Go. Gotta hear the in-game noises, right? Kick? Kick? No kick. Late kick. Yeah, we have barely any time left, and then we're gonna be all playing. Oof, ouch. Thought maybe I could get the very tail end of it. Got silence from Pet so I could get one heal off. Mage's Burst is just so rough. Made a Horde Druid on Faralina. Also named Lil Weeb. I got my Reed and full tier 1 in like 8 days played. Was the best. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the... Honestly, I'm really looking forward to the kind of capped out levels. Because, man, leveling to 1 to 60 at the beginning of a fresh launch it's like fun, but it's also like just so draining. So having those like checkpoints along the way are going to be, it's just going to be nice to be able to kind of, I don't know. The gameplay at like max level feel is a lot different than the gameplay at the lower levels, because lower levels you're like trying to level fast, you're probably not partaking in much PvP and all that stuff, so I'm looking forward to just being able to run around, have fun, PvP. Not have to worry about leveling for a few weeks. Level up some alts definitely too. That's the other thing, that like so many of the classes look like a lot of fun to play, and being able to actually sit down and play them without having to deal with like I don't know. You kind of have to stick with a main at the beginning of Classic when it's 1 to 60. We're screwed. Everyone was like, we're gonna do 5-mans ASAP. All stress. Yeah. Dude, those first few weeks of Classic in 2019 were just like, I don't know. They were fun, but I also just was like way too... It was almost too much. I got way too little sleep. Yeah, with all the XP that you could get from dungeons with a raid group, yeah, that stuff was broken. Excited to see what they do with Nomergon and Scarlet Monastery as a raid. Yeah, I am too. I heard a few people say yesterday that they think the Alarmo bot from Nomergon was actually not a leak at like what's to come with a dungeon, but actually just like their like Blizzard's representation of saying leaks, like warning, leaks are happening. So maybe no Nomer thing, but I don't know. I guess it just depends on how you interpreted that image. Trying to throw out some off heals here too, as Ellie. A lot of people don't do that, but I feel like it's kind of a nice thing to do if you have the heals. God, he ranged me by just like a little bit. Ate the trap with the grounding. He did that. He should have waited for his scatter to be back up. Okay. A little late on the pet. 3 more days, easy. Yeah, Zoo, I'm getting excited. We're getting close. I'm ready to go into Ashenvale and just heal bot people. Run around and just destroy as many alliances as we can. Yeah, I could see it just being a warning thing. Yeah, just like Nomergon doesn't really like match up with any of the levels they said, right? They said 40 and 50. So I was wondering maybe the Alarma bot was just like warning, warning, you know, like spoiler alert, and then they showed Scarlet Monastery. So I feel like Scarlet Monastery is definitely at level 40, but I don't know if they're going to do anything with Nomergon. We'll have to see. And I also, like, honestly, seeing... Like, we don't know what the later bosses in BFD look like, but I feel like Blizzard's probably going to make the content fairly, like, digestible for the average player, so it shouldn't be very difficult. I wonder if you go in there with, like... Just, I don't know, you just try and get in there with the first 10 people you can. I don't really think you're going to have to worry about, like... having more than 2 healers, I would say. I bet you can 2 heal it pretty easily. Maybe have like someone with some off heals. I don't really know. One warrior, 3 mage, 1 priest, LBRS. Yeah. I remember bear tanking LBRS, like XP runs. It was me as a bear tank, and then it was 2 mages, a warlock, and a priest. And yeah, that was a really popular thing to do. And then I remember also, like, Demoralizing Shout or something was giving way too much threat, so they nerfed that pretty fast. But originally, like, warriors were just like spamming Demoralizing Shout to keep threat over all the mages just pumping. Good times early on. Yeah, exactly. You could bring a mage to off heal, or you could do something funky with a balanced druid. Man, every single AB I've done this week, I think I've won. Let's look. Feel bad for the Alliance. PvP. Yeah, look. The last thing I lost was Altric Valley. And we lost a lot of Warsongs there for a second there. Warsong games were like fairly decent win-loss, but AB, I haven't lost a single AB. That's so funny. Demo shout and cancel or a battle shout, yeah. Then like Paladin's blessings were like giving a crazy amount of threat too, so I think Paladins were doing some stuff with that early on. I don't know, just a lot of shenanigans early on the launch there. So we'll have to look out for some silly stuff on this launch. That's what I'm saying, like everyone keeps coming in and to the stream and saying like, hey, what do you think is going to be like the best gold farm, or like what should I do for farming gold? And I feel like the best, like anyone who's telling you like, oh, this is the best gold farm, like trust me, they do not know. Like all the best gold farms that, like, you could argue Maradon was kind of like known about already as the best gold farm, but as we saw, Maradon was not the best gold farm, right? Like, it ended up being that you could do ZF tomb runs and make a ton of gold that way as a mage, and that was never known about before then. So I think whatever you find at 25 is probably going to be some crazy strat of someone soloing some higher level mobs or doing a dungeon clear of something. I was kind of thinking about that, if there's a way to, you know, do a crazy AoE pull of like RFC or something as Horde. Where do I want to go? I need to go get more Naga and Fogger. And then it's 6:08, so I have about 40 minutes until the we have to do 2 bosses in NAXX, so we didn't quite finish last week. Hunter groups farming level 30 plus for BOEs, yeah, I could see stuff like that. The blessings were busted all the way through. Seen Oro off tank in AQ40 with just buffing the 25 warriors. Yeah, that's crazy. I didn't know it was so strong all the way through, but I also didn't play Alliance side really, so. You're doing skinning and mining just to get money and supplies for engineering. I'll drop skinning for whatever ends up being good. Yeah, JR, that's actually pretty smart. Skinning is like decent money, just easy, since you're killing mobs that you can skin along the way. And then mining is going to be really juicy, I think, because there's going to be a lot of people that want to have engineering because, well, it's classic and everyone always wants engineering. But now there's other professions that are really, really strong as well for like the different items that you can get within BFD. So there's a better chance that there's people out there that are going to have like engineering and tailoring or engineering and leatherworking, and so they're going to have to like pay for mats because they won't be able to go out and farm them. So I think mining is going to be a really good one for most people. But I think I kind of want to get enchanting, but I don't know. Like, enchanting is really, really strong at the low levels if you can kind of level it up and get some of the really good enchants, because people will be looking for them, and you can get like decent tips for that, and it's kind of just like a passive thing. But I don't know. The sad thing is like the oil that you get from BFD, you can only use it inside BFD. There's the other wizard oil, but it's just all right. I mean, it's better than nothing, but enchanting on your druid, yeah, because like I eventually will want to level enchanting for smoking or smoky heart of the mountain, which I believe, yeah, I can get that at level 40. No, 50. Yeah, 50. I can get it at 50. So I would level it anyways, and I don't know. I might honestly, I might do something a little unconventional and not have engineering at all in the first phase, and just go leatherworking and enchanting. How the F are people picking a class? I can't make a case for every class, I swear. Or you can make a case for every class. Yeah, I mean, like, to be honest, I've never had such a hard time like deciding what alts I wanted to have. Like, I knew I was gonna make a druid as my main, just because, like, I mean, it's what I've always made, and I really want to see how it feels with the changes. That one's kind of obvious, set in stone, but everything else is like, yeah, there's so many options out there. Still no server list? Yeah, and I don't think they're gonna have a server list for pretty much the whole time. Like, I don't think they're gonna release a server list early. They kind of said they wouldn't. But guys, there's a very easy way of picking a server. Like, Blizzard's saying they're not putting out the server list for a reason, but I can tell you right now that I can very easily get every single WoW player to play on the exact same server without knowing a single server name. It's like a very simple solution. All you have to do is you pick the server with, or you say, oh, we are deciding as a guild, we are going to pick the server with the name closest to the letter F, right? And so then when the server list comes out, you see which server has the start of the word is closest to F, and then you pick based off that. And then if, hey, there's randomly 2 servers that have the letter, G as the first letter, then you just go to the second letter and you pick based off that. So, I mean, there are ways around it if you wanted to, but I don't know. So I feel like just not releasing the server list is just kind of arbitrarily, just kind of annoying, I guess. I get why they're wanting to do it, but at the same time, it's like, it's not necessarily going to fix the problem. I was thinking the same thing with no engineering at 25, just fishing hat for helm. Yeah, you can do the fishing hat. You can do Humberts, obviously, if you get really lucky. You can do, I mean, they'll have the Warsong helms, so when you're in PvP, you'll just wear the Warsong helms. And guys, we haven't seen the loot tables from the rest of the bosses in BFD, right? So it's like, we're spending all this time looking at like BIS lists and everything, and people are like, ooh, I'm gonna try and farm this item. But we don't know. You might get into BFD the first day and, clear to the last boss and realize, oh, wow, there's an amazing helm in here. And now I don't even need to, farm Humberts or whatever. We just don't really know. Wait, did my chat thing freeze on OBS? I don't know if it's updating. We'll see. I don't know what that's all about, guys, too. Maybe it's something to do with multi-streaming, where I'm like streaming on 2 platforms at once, and that's why the chat's kind of messed up. But I had set something up and then it just kind of shit the bed. Okay. Yeah, see, it's like busted now. Ugh. I delay chat delay. We don't need to mess with that. Don't need to mess with that. Who knows? Okay, there's that. What do you think about the claw replacement rune for Druid? Sorry, my dog's going crazy. You're just talking about Mangle, right? It's extremely strong. I looked at kind of, so Mangle you're hitting for roughly 70 to 100, depending on if you have Savage Roar up, and also if you if you have Savage Roar up, and then what was the other thing? And then also if you, like, just based on your attack power. That's what I'm trying to say. So based on your attack power and Savage Roar, you're looking at like 70 to 100 damage. And to put things into perspective, at level 25, when you use Claw, you maybe do 40 to 50. So it's literally twice the damage of your old Claw ability. So it's extremely strong. Is AP going to be really good on Pharaoh? Yeah, I mean, AP's always been really good on Pharaoh, but yeah, it's going to be strong. Like, you want to stack... Actually, well, the thing is, too, though, I'm not saying, like, don't worry about raw AP, though. You always want to get strength. Because strength is going to scale off of, like, world buffs, and it's going to scale off things like kings, which we now have on Horde side. So we have the lion crap, so that's important. And then also later on when you get Heart of the Wild, you get like additional strength in cat form, so that's important, and that's why you want to prioritize strength over just raw AP. Bear form mangle is 160. Cat form mangle is 300%, Devin. So you're right in a sense. You're right that mangle is 160 for bear form. It's just both of them are a little different. Okay, let's... This... Not a druid right now. Buy template. My chat is still on the fritz, man. Guys, by the way, I set up on YouTube, if you care, I set up on YouTube that you can join. It's a button that says join, and it's next to where you would subscribe and everything. Gives you a little icon next to your name. And I think I set it for the cheapest ones, like $3.99. So helps me out a lot. And it's cheaper than a cup of coffee. Okay. Maybe I should just delete this chat box and create a new one. Maybe it's just like... source. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Hopefully it's like hopefully it's something simple to deal with, because I don't want, obviously, testing. Okay, this chatbot box is working. It's a little different, but I can roll with it for now. That's on Twitch. Now if I test the one on YouTube, let's go testing. Yes, test. Thank you. Nothing on there though. Strange. Maybe it's a setting in the chat box. It was working just fine. I don't know why it's struggling now all of a sudden. Enable custom code. Should we look? Let us hack the mainframe. I just wanted to see if the... It doesn't even show the... I'm telling you, there's something weird. I gotta figure all this stuff out later, guys. For now, I'm just gonna do... To hide that, I'm going to add... I'm gonna also hide this. I'm going to add a window capture. Add source, new source, call it chat, add source. We want to get that, and we want to do this. Don't need it quite that huge. I mean, this will work for now, but I don't know what's going on. We'll have to get to the bottom of that in the next day. Okay, let's focus. Focus on playing the game now. Okay, you guys should be able to see the chat now, and we'll be able to get back to what we were doing. And the only problem with... I probably should create a macro so I don't have to do this every single time. That's super annoying every time I respec. Oh, there. Okay. Really excited to play Feral and SOD, just hoping to get to cap form ASAP. 1 to 20 leveling is meh. Yeah, I agree, but the good news is we will have... well, I hope we will have the free Wrath ability, so that should make 1 to 20 a lot smoother and cleaner. But I agree, the first like 10 levels are extremely boring on Druid and really just slow and arduous. I would also say, like, I feel for Hunters, because Hunter 1 to 10 is pretty annoying as well. But I just play 3 characters, can't decide on one alt. I mean, you definitely could, you could make 3 work, I feel like. I'm gonna try and make 3 work eventually. Here, 1 second. Let me fly to... Let's fly to... Back to Felwood, I guess. I probably should go Eastern Plaguelands sometimes. Well, I probably should have gone to Eastern Plaguelands anyways, because I have raid in a little while, so it would have been there anyways. Guys, if you want to know about how insane the economy is on this server, like, if you go to a ZG, GDKP, and you try to get the Shaman, like, you try and get the idol for your class, those idols normally go for between 2k and 4k gold. So it's like, I have tier 3, and I don't even have the enchant on them because it's just so expensive right now. Like, I don't know. That is one thing I'm looking forward to, just even about playing Season of Discovery, is like actually feeling like farming gold and like making gold in game will actually be like worth my time and be somewhat enjoyable. Because up to now it's been not so much that way. Okay, let's look at some stuff. So mage at 25. You have Scorch. You have a high rank of Fireball too that you just get, I think, at 24. And you don't really have much. You don't have many talents that you can throw around. I feel like fire is going to be really strong. You can get a lot of plus fire damage gear, but you're going to be like a glass cannon, so you definitely have to have someone there to help you. Do you think Feral has the potential to be the meta PvP spec? I don't know. The problem with Feral is like, and just Druid in general, is the playstyle is very like, it's like a little bit more complicated than other classes. So some people just like don't want to put in the effort to kind of learn to be proficient at it, and they don't want to deal with all like the macros or all the keybinds. Some people, it's just not really worth their time for them. So if like Ferals are really good and like they're the strongest class, yeah, some people put in the time to learn how to play them, and I think there'll just be a lot of people that kind of would rather play a different class, if that makes sense. Fire Mage is going to have such insane AoE. I can see them killing entire raids. Yeah, I think I just don't think there's any, like, I've had people already ask me, and I know it's fun to speculate, and I do it too, but like people will ask me about like level 60 content, and it's like, dude, we haven't even gotten to 25 yet, right? Like, and they're already making changes and nerfing things and everything. We don't know what kind of rune changes are coming in the future. We don't know what new runes they're going to add. So like everything is just completely speculation. So it's like very hard to even, you know, give you an example of how strong, you know, Feral could be at 60. Like, I know at 25 they're going to be pretty strong, but again, I'm comparing them to classic classes. So yeah, they seem really strong, but when all the classes are getting buffed, your class that now feels really strong could still not be quite as strong as, like, say, a hunter, you know? So it's hard to say. Druids are going to be annoying now with 3 dots. Yeah, that's true, but I think, for example, like, Insect Swarm at 25 does, like, 66 damage or something, like, it's, like, ridiculously low. Yeah, 66 nature damage over 12 seconds. And you also don't have that much spell power, so even if you're trying to get spell power to have your dots do more damage over time, it's just not really possible at 25. And I think balance is just going to be a lot better at 40. I think people are going to be kind of disappointed with balance. Let's see what I'm grouped with. There's a warrior in here. Not the best gear, but I'll throw down some. We respect, guys, so we're healing right now. Dude, that guy has War Chiefs on too. Don't let him die. I'm just thinking 60 with a bit of spell power gear, 3 dots kiting playstyle will be cancer if the player is good. True, but some classes might have more... Like, classes might have more ways to connect with a druid. So kiting might not actually be quite as strong as it used to be. So it might be that... And it might be that druid has a lot... Like, for example, here's my example. As an elemental shaman, I can kite you around with like my shocks, and I can run around and not really cast lightning bolt, and I can still win fights, right? However, and I know there is some guy here that's gonna probably open on me unless he's AFK. However, that's not like the optimal way to play, right? People just cast massive lightning bolts and you die way faster that way. So while we might see at level 60 that, yeah, hey, a druid could play like the old hybrid playstyle where you're dotting people up and kiting and running, it might be better to just blow them up, you know, as a boomkin. So it's going to be interesting to see kind of where druid lands within all the other classes and kind of what specs will be viable, and not only viable but optimal, because some specs out there are like decent, but it's just not the best choice. Kiting a warrior is going to be hella hard now. It used to be so easy in Classic. Yeah, that's true. I mean, warriors, and that's only those are only the runes we know that warriors are going to have at 25. You know, they could end up getting a ranged interrupt. They could end up getting a ranged throw that like slows the target. They could get they could get like a heroic leap. Like, we don't really know what I really do hope that Blizzard chooses to kind of ease up on the amount of gap closers, because then the more gap closers you give, then the more escapes you need to give to like squishy classes. So it just ends up being like this weird, like just too many things, too many escapes and stuff for classes. So that could possibly happen. But I thought I dispelled that poison. But yeah, I mean, we'll just have to wait and see. That's the big problem, right? Is it's like, if you just continually give people more and more of those escapes, then you have to provide people with more and more ways to connect on them. Hopefully they don't get too carried away. I think some of the abilities have already gotten a little too carried away, but it's a season server, so it's not like it's here to stay forever. Hopefully they just learn some good things and we can have fun in the process. Suck you bussin'. They should keep it to 3 runes for abilities, and other stuff should be supplemented for your spec, like boosting a specific ability a bit. Yeah, I kind of am right there with you. I hope the future stuff we see with runes are a little bit more, maybe like 1 or 2 big decisions per level bracket, and then in general maybe some other, like for example, if they added runes to a different slot, right? Like, let's say there was some boot runes and they gave you some unique like aesthetic stuff, or like change the way a spell looks, just kind of like the old inscription stuff where you could have a little bit of unique choices. Like, I would be cool with seeing that stuff, but what I don't want to see is like too much like intense like class changes. Like, I've kind of posed this one before, but like, let's say you finish up MC and you kill Ragnaros. There could be a rune that drops, and Ragnaros only drops one of them, but it's a like boot rune, and it allows you to have like some flames that trail behind your character with every step you take. Something like that would be like kind of cool, and it would signify that like, hey, that person, you know, finished Molten Core. And also it's not like too flashy that it's like, you know, some retail level stuff, but it's still like a unique thing. We are currently 5 capping them. Oh, not anymore. 4 cap. Guess I just want to hold one base. Kill him with the old Earth Shield. Or I mean, Lightning Shield. Okay, let's see. 638. Alright, this game will end perfectly for us to get there in time. Yeah, I think for launch, we're probably going to... Our plan is probably just to level to like 16 or 18, somewhere in that range, and then just jump into dungeons right away. I think it's just like... There's no point in not doing that. Why did he just randomly CS me? There's no point in not doing that. It's just going to be overall the best, I think. Because you're gonna have to do those dungeons anyways, and I might as well just do them as soon as I can instead of waiting. Wow, people still playing the same shit? Hell yeah. I mean, dude, it's just like people that are out there still playing Super Smash Bros, you know, or something like that. Nothing wrong with enjoying the classics, right? As a Druid player, I'm just looking forward to potentially playing new specs that will be viable in PvP, like Feral, instead of really only having one option. Yeah, Sean, I agree. Like, I mean, before, if you ever played, like, if you wanted to play balance in, like, a raid, you just, like, you'd have to find a really special group of people that are willing to take you. And oftentimes their guild would be really, like, I don't know. It'd be very casual guild, and sometimes raiding with people like that is just like your raids are almost like too slow, and honestly I don't really like struggling just getting through like MC or whatever. And then if you actually find like any kind of good raid environment, people are just gonna laugh at you and say like no. They might every once in a while let you come along as Resto, or I mean as a different spec, but yeah, mainly they just want you to be Resto, which is definitely a bummer. What am I most excited for? Honestly, Ashenvale, just to see the changes they've done. Like Ashenvale as a Feral Druid, it's just gonna be... I can't wait to do that. Like, it's gonna be so much fun. I have... Like, I'm excited also to just, like, play with people, and I don't mind, like, healing people, like... going out there and healing people in my guild in PvP. So not just Feral stuff, but I do think Feral is going to be just really, really strong. Like, Feral cat form, you might feel... It might just be like one of those things that you're still having to be really careful, like you're kind of squishy and stuff, so you can't just like sit in there and just do a ton of damage to people. But I don't know, Feral just seems so strong looking at like your damage output, and like your toolkit at level 25. I don't know. Yeah, exactly. World PvP is just gonna be so much fun. I'm really looking forward to it. I think the main thing that we're going to have to look for, too, is just, like, how... I know Blizzard has talked about the faction balance stuff. I'm just kind of curious to see how they implement that and how much that affects people. Like, it's going to be a bummer for those people that... I don't know. You know, there's some people that have to work, you know? And so, I don't know... what this guy is just going in for the kill, dude. I don't really know. I don't know what people. Yeah, I don't know what people are gonna do. Like, if you're at work and what if you just got to the point where you're like, you're at work, can't come home in time. You get home in time to join up with your guild that's on a certain faction, and like they're like, you cannot make a horde character at this time. Like, too many horde on this server. So I don't know how they're gonna go about that. It's gonna feel kind of weird for certain players. Hopefully it's just like an indication of like, this server is getting very, very full. Are you sure you want to do this? And then I don't know. Maybe if you're like only, you haven't created any characters you can choose, but if it's like an alt thing, maybe they'll, I don't know. It's gonna be weird. I don't know what to name your character. You should probably name him Duds WoW, right? I've never had issues, like even if I didn't have a YouTube channel, I always try and name myself like a similar name, because like if I'm gonna have an alt in the guild, it's just seems always so weird to be like, you know, people start to learn that your name is, you know, Bill, and then all of a sudden you make a character and your name's Ted. Like everyone's always just like, dude, who's Ted? And you're like, oh no, this is Bill. Like I'm just like playing this character, you know. It's like that's the one thing I like about having the same name on all my characters, because I like to make alts and then, you know, everyone knows it's me. Then you have a little bit less issues with your guild. They kind of get where your jokes or whatever. If you're like randomly trying to like chill with your guild and they're like, who is this guy? Camping BFD entrance, pools closed. Yeah. I think they're gonna regret if they don't make a second entrance to BFD, which I bet they probably won't. If they don't do that, I feel like they're gonna regret that. Like I cannot wait to see how many people are just like typing on the forums and being like, this is griefing, I cannot believe this. These people have no life, they're just camping BFD entrance all day long. And then I'm gonna be in Discord with everyone in the guild, and just we're all gonna be laughing while reading these posts as we just continually corpse camp people. I feel like you have to do that in World PvP in the first phase. It's like that's never gonna happen again. So I feel like you're missing out if you don't partake in that stuff. Hey, Gravity Splash. Yeah, I'm super excited for SOD. How about you? I cannot wait. It's coming soon. I think it's gonna straight up block you from making characters. Yeah, I mean it might. That would that definitely would just suck, you know? Like I understand from Blizzard's standpoint it's really hard to like balance realms without doing something like that, but boy, for those players that, you know, got a late start to playing or weren't able to create a character in time, and then now their friends are just like on that server and they're just like, well, I guess I'm not playing with you guys. It's just gonna be kind of weird. Also, this is Naoli, by the way. Yeah, isn't your Discord name like both of them? I recognize you. Your friends want to be Alliance, so I might not join the guild. Oof. Well, if you guys are gonna play Alliance, play on our server so we can corpse camp you guys, okay? Finished working 23 hours and putting my 6 kids to sleep, and I'm getting camped. F this game. Yeah, true. So true. It's a little PvE action healing here. Dang, that was very, very one-sided. Yeah, we gotta get over there to, we only have 2 bosses to take care of in, NAXX, so we should only be in NAXX for like, 30, 40 minutes, I think. Depending on how slow people are to get started and get going. I'm gonna make a shaman or druid for it. I'm gonna have both, but druid is gonna be my main character, Gravity. Make new friends. Shaman's gonna rock. Yeah, I mean, like I get playing with real life friends. The only problem is like a lot of times with my real life friends, they don't play the way I do. You know what I mean? Like they just don't play nearly as much, or they'll play for a little bit and then they'll kind of fall off, which is fine. But it just is like kind of why I don't necessarily make my plans around real life friends. I feel like you gotta go with whoever is gonna probably be there in the long run. I think the actual solution is login queues based on faction. That way you can make characters on whatever faction you want with your friends, but that you might be in a queue. Yeah, actually that's a good point. Faction-based queues would be a good idea. Or like you have priority to be put through quickly if you're bored on that server, and then they like state that very clearly. So say you're alliance on that character or on that server and you're not really associated with anyone, you might just be like, oh well, man, I'm just gonna go to a different server, and then that would slowly balance the factions out a little bit. So that's actually a pretty smart idea. Where am I from? From Idaho. Idaho. But yeah, the server stuff is actually pretty smart. That actually is pretty smart, Leslie. I think that's a... If they're not doing that, that would be a solid idea, I think. What was I getting? Oh yeah, I need to get some major mana potions. Let's see if these have gone down in price. Okay. They were 10 gold last week, so definitely looking up. Okay, what else do I need? I have mana oil. I need mage blood. Those are expensive though. Like this is just kills me on this server is the price of things. Night Fin, let's get a few. Okay, well there's all our gold basically. Idaho, Udaho. Yeah, that's the age-old saying that you get to hear. Potatoes ain't the only thing that you grow. Potatoes. What's the... I guess like you have Iowa, which is the corn growers over there. We get to be the potato growers. Summon to this. Weed? No, we don't actually... Weed's not legal here, so you're probably thinking of like Oregon or Washington, California. Okay, let's see. Yeah, hopefully we get a summon here in a second. I maybe should get a Zanza. Maybe I should go get a Zanza real fast. But he's already summoning me, so I guess not. Imagine not being able to smoke weed. I guess. I mean, some people are. Some people love it. I personally have never enjoyed it. Jeez, that's too many. Yeah, I mean, like, I prefer... I'm one of those people that I literally hate any kind of, like, downers at all. Like anything that makes you kind of like I don't like drinking alcohol. I don't like smoking weed. But I love caffeine. I love like pre-workout for like going to the gym. I love anything that kind of hypes me up. I'm good with. I just really hate like kind of that feeling like out of it, and like I don't know. Just I like to be sharp and stuff. Just listen to Afro Man, Idaho. Crack. No, I draw the line at crack. No, guys, I've done next to no drugs in my life. I've drank, obviously, like in college and stuff. I drank a lot. I don't really drink alcohol anymore unless it's like very special occasions. And I've never actually smoked weed. I've just done like edibles before, and I did them multiple times because everyone's always like, "Oh, the first time, dude. Oh, you've only ever done it once, dude. You gotta do it again." And it was just like, yeah, this is not for me. You love pre-workout before you rock climb? Makes you feel alive? Yeah. Weed isn't always a downer. Yeah, I mean, like, I know there's different... I don't know. All you weed people know all your stuff, but... I know you can get, like... different strains or whatever of weed, and... make your own pre-workout. You can do some good stuff with it. Yeah, I've like messed around with like different nootropics. I like all that kind of stuff. I just like feeling like dialed in or whatever, you know? Like when you can really like I love like flow state stuff too, like when I'm working really hard on a project, or you know, doing a long run or bike ride or something like that, and you just get into the zone. Like that's the kind of stuff I love. Planning on playing Resto, Shaman, and SOD. Thoughts on Resto healing tier versus other classes? I mean, I think Resto Shaman's toolkit looks absolutely insane. Especially for like the lower level stuff. I think like mana is such a huge problem in Classic WoW, and Shaman honestly looks like they're gonna have quite a bit in terms of like mana regen or ways to get mana back. And like having Water Shield is gonna be great. Yeah, just in general, I'm super excited about the changes for Shaman, and they're pretty like they're a beefy class with some of the runes they have. So like in PvP, you can play basically like a tank Shaman, and then just have healing centric gear or gear that has plus int on it. So it's gonna be a lot of fun, I think, at the lower levels. Obviously, as we get higher into the content, who really knows like how everything is gonna kind of play out. We'll have to wait and see. Resto Druids pooping out free wraths in PvP sounds pretty sick. Yeah, it does. It's just like you gotta realize that like wrath isn't really that crazy of damage. It's like, so this is kind of how I think about it a little bit, and maybe I'm wrong, but I look at it as if you wanted to do anything on a druid in the past, you would need to switch forms and then go into combat, or you need to waste mana on things from further away. But like as a healer, if you're just kind of waiting outside of like to regen mana and stuff, you end up just standing there doing nothing. Whereas like other healing classes, they can use like wands, right? Well, I guess it's only priests, but like they have wands. Shamans have like their shocks, and they have their weapon imbues, so they can just kind of stab a target or whatever. Whereas a druid, you have to like shift into a form, or you have to waste a lot of mana. So it almost feels like free wrath is just like druid's wand. I don't think it's going to be quite as crazy as people think it is. I think it'll be stronger later on in the game when you have more plus damage, like plus spell damage. But like at 25, like your Wrath hits for like 70 damage, so it's like not very good. The fact that it's free, right? That's what makes it good. But outside of like PvE, it's hard to just sit there and free cast in PvP, right? People are either going to run away, they're going to target you first, they're going to like it's just not going to be quite as easy as people think to just like sit there and bomb wraths into people. Do the Basalt Buckler quest for Shaman? Yeah, like super strong. That's what I'm saying. Shaman at level 25, regardless of like what spec they are, regardless of their talents, regardless of the runes that they got, just the gear that they can get at 25 is pretty strong. You're sad that you gotta find runes before tanking the early easy dungeons. Yeah, I mean, it depends on what class you are. Like Warlock, you definitely need the tank rune, but I feel like other classes it's a little bit more like Shaman you could get by with tanking. Warrior you easily could tank. Druid you can easily tank. There's some classes that it's a little bit easier. You want Chain Heal Totem if we're talking about bonkers ideas? Yeah, that would definitely be one of those. That would be extremely strong. Not an expert, but wanting to roll Priest. Do you know if Penance is a disc or holy spell, and will you be able to cast it in shadow form as a disc spell? You shouldn't be able to cast it in shadow form. No, you'd have to leave form because it's not considered a shadow ability. Beyond whether it's a disc or a holy spell, I don't actually know what it like categorizes it under. But yeah, hopefully that helps. It seems extremely, it seems to be really strong at 25. Like I watched some BlizzCon stuff, and like when Svan was doing his BFD run and he was playing his Ret Paladin, they were playing with just one single healer that was a disc priest, and then they had a mage that was like off healing kind of. So I definitely think, yeah, disc it seems very strong. But yeah, I need to get in disc.
Objective during SAP is to be direct healing the main tank. Shamans will do raid healing.
Okay.
You need to be focused on healing the main tank in SAP. Direct heals. We don't need a bunch of renew spams and taking over each other, things like that.
Does anyone know if warlocks could wand in metamorphosis in the past? Oh, that's a good question, actually.
Minnie, you already logged out inside NAXX.
I know, like, so, like, balanced druids, like, oddly enough, Moonkin would get, like, attack power bonuses. But, like, can you even auto attack
on Minnie real quick
in metamorphosis, like, with just, like, your fist, you know? Like, can you just smack someone? I don't even know.
Oh, this dude, I fucking hate.
I guess if you can't smack someone, you'd probably be able to wand. You're worried that your friend group won't be able to get on the same server with the faction caps. Some of them will be at work when it drops. Yeah, I understand that concern. I can't really give you any information, sadly. Yeah, I'm kind of worried about that as well, so we'll just have to wait and see.
Right. What's your mage's name?
Hellwitch. I'm logging in right now and just getting consumed.
Yeah, App Smoker. It would be really nice to go into Phase 2 and be able to get your mount right away at 40.
No, you're not.
I think you.
Well, evidently I
think
should
you'll
not
be
have
able
server
to do it
transfer today.
I think you'll be able to do it, not without too much
My
Chill.
warrior.
As long as you're not like
That's-
buying a
that's
bunch
locked
of
me.
stuff on the auction
I
house.
was wondering what happened when I saw you get invited to the guild. I just didn't ask any questions.
I sent staff to him. I really didn't expect this to happen. So I'm sorry, guys. I sent staff.
Change your name.
No, I just tried to change the server to move it for mail purposes to with all my other characters. Basically.
I see. I see. Well, that's a fucking.
Okay, we
gigantic
should
rip.
get going here soon.
We need summons on Illness, Hellwitch.
This is always the problem with
we
raiding,
get
is
many
it's
a
just
summon
like
over here?
such a process to get going.
Perfect, okay.
Yeah.
Tanviro, are you here?
Am I just taking
forget to
Jabber's spot, by the
repair.
way?
But we also don't know how
Yeah,
much.
We'll swap you out with Jebron.
I don't really know if we
We'll
ever
add
saw
Tanviro
how
in,
much money the
and we will remove
bosses give in
Power Lord.
BFD. It'd be kind of cool if you go through BFD and you have like maybe 5 to 10 gold when you leave just from looting the bosses. Because like when we do other raids in WoW, like if you go through like Molten Core or whatever, you
That
get like a little
works.
bit of chunk of change just to help pay for like your
Okay, so Mini
I need
Totem
another summon,
and
one sec,
Weenus.
sorry.
your
No worries.
maybe a consumable or
I would
two.
like to start rolling here in the
but
next minute or two. Start
that'd be
going
kinda
out
nice.
that way, so.
Switch.
Worm, you here? NAXX.
Yeah,
What about
stonks.
Totem
I
Drop?
agree. I guess more than anything, I'm just saying like it'd be nice to be able to make a little gold from the
Right,
raid as
let's
well.
get another summon on Hellwitch and then we'll move.
I don't really want to have to feel like I'm forced to farm gold
As
to
soon
be
as
able
we
to
get
purchase
in
everything.
NAXX, you're gonna
Because I
pop
just
a
want to focus on like
Frost Protection
PvPing a
Potion
lot.
and the Shadow Protection Potion. Alright, go ahead. Roll out.
Did I grab everything from the mailbox? Yeah, I think so. Hopefully they don't notice that I don't have a shadow protection
sat.
potion.
Odd groups left, even groups right. Mages. Nye, Metrology, Brutal Kill. You're all going left. Okay, Nye, Metrology, Brutal Kill go left. CC, Hellwitch, Ebonhorn are going right. Soli, you go right. Yogg, you're going left. Priest, we're gonna break you guys up.
Spam run SFK for wool on the way up. Yeah, Mr. Joker, I'm kind of thinking that, and then I'm also thinking
We'll have
Careful with that.
beyond
yeah, watch the elite.
beyond
Scarlet
that, I
Cat
think
there.
That's
you
all
can.
aggro, don't die.
Here, let me turn them down a little bit. The other thing you can do too is probably run RFK. Once you have like your gear at level 25, because the greens that are dropped in there are a little bit higher level and everything. So I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to see what's there's probably like a really good gold farm that we don't know about that, right? So it's just gonna be about like trial and error, figuring things out. We might be able to find some really cool like solo farms, specifically for like maybe druid. That would be kind of cool. Only concern is it might make some of the later game purchases trivial, given an increase in gold supply. Works for the PvP focus though. Yeah, Stonks, you're right. I think it's more just about like
Oh, no way.
I want to have enough gold to
Oh, dude, rats.
I want to have enough gold. Someone just got a Black Lotus. I want to have enough gold to just buy my mount at 40. I think that'll be big.
Wait, we need to get a summon on Totem Droppa
Okay.
and a summon on Hellwitch.
That back up. Yeah, I was wondering if there's like some solo farming of RFK that you could do with like some AoE stuff as well, Eric. Especially some of the classes have some strong AoE. And like hunters now, they can lay traps in combat, so maybe there's some kiting strategies that you could do. We'll have to kind of look. Okay, let's...
It's like, Samuel's close enough.
Don't kill Tyler, Priest. Come. Oh, there he goes.
Someone posted a claim that there is a raw 10 gold an hour farm at level 25 on the Druid disc. I think I saw. I would be interested to see what that is, but there's probably something. Mage AoE farming RFK.
All right, cool. Everybody can zone in.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, in RFK, there's a lot of like roots and everything that you can kind of that cause mob pathing. So I'm sure people will find something, you know? That's actually one thing I could do over the next few days is try and look for a few of those.
What would cause my game sound to not come on?
But
Control
You
S.
just have it. Yeah, you may just have it off.
It's
let's
on.
see. Let's put that on. Let's put that on. Let's try not to die
Control
as
S
soon
is
as
on,
we
but,
pop our world buffs.
still off.
Guys, I have like
Just a
no, I
suggestion,
have
I don't
no
know. You could have a
frost
further
resist
problem.
gear.
Sure.
It's really bad. Okay.
Aliens.
So, I hate this fight.
Agreed.
That is a further problem, yes.
Well, I guess I'll figure this out. Good luck with your NAXX.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thermometer.
4-piece and 3-piece because I have nothing better.
All right.
Put on
I
our
want you guys
other
running
healing ring.
at least 150 frost res.
Ooh.
Frost protection potions, shadow protection potions. Minnie's raging up before he logs out here. Need to be ready to go when Minnie's logging in.
Guys, I have 10 frost resist from this. Oh god. Sad. You think we could do as Feral and Resto Boomy? We'll have to see. Like, that's the other thing too, guys. Like, if you're, if we're on the same server or you guys applied to the guild or whatever, I'm totally down to just like mess around with stuff too. I love testing different things out, seeing what
Potion
works.
cooldowns, and your shadow protection should be up here soon if it's not already.
I think that stuff's fun. Okay, what am I missing? Oh, this, of course, yeah. There we
So I
go.
have the priest, Susan, Wolwol, and Real Bonita going left. Illness and Shiggy going right. I'm just gonna.
Always fun seeing all those warriors with conch shoulders on. Yeah.
Illness, where your full T2 greater heal? If anyone has full T2.
Now,
Your guild
one
doesn't
thing,
supply glacial
healers,
cloak,
since
wrist
you're not gonna be
gloves,
using
and
frost protection
can
potions after this pre-pop.
get the glacial legs
It's
from the
important
quest
to get in
line.
the rhythm.
Yeah, I
If
just
you
don't.
put two
I don't
heals
know.
out on
I
the blade,
never.
You're gonna put one heal on yourself. You need to keep yourself
Honestly-
up. You cannot let yourself die. If you're a healer, you should not be dying.
In
If you don't have any
my
frost protection gear, that means that you hot yourself up whatever you need. But your main focus is healing your target. So priest, you can heal the main tank and then
sorry, I
heal
was just
yourself.
trying to listen a little.
Shamans heal the raid, then heal yourself.
I
Druids, I need you guys hotting yourselves up.
Anytime
keeping
I've
the raid
played-
on your side.
or anytime I've done
Full
NAXX on
rack
my
of
druid,
Siege right now,
I
please.
literally was carried. Like, I mean, I had good healing parses and everything as a druid, but like my guild was so like on top of things. Like everyone was like min-maxing in that guild. Like people took things really, really seriously. So I never really had an issue. Like everything was just always so smooth. So like I never, like all throughout Classic, I never had frost protection for this boss on my druid. I just keep a hot rolling on myself, and then I was just completely fine. And my gear was always like you know, I went into NAXX with like fully
Shady.
Bison slot from
Look at the
the
assignment
previous
sheet for
stuff.
Saf.
So just kind of, I guess I was just lucky with that stuff. Where do you keep your Discord link? I can link
So
it.
assignment
1
says
second.
right. You're going right, Shady. Illness will go right. Susan, Wolo, Real Bonita will go left. Rico's going right. Okay.
Right people.
Doing a ready check, then we're
Copy.
going to unboon. I'll make sure everyone's here, everyone's ready. Full consumes up, all that good stuff.
There you go. Okay, where's my... Some random theory crafting Discord posts image from Reddit. No real detail outside of farm dead mines for raw gold. Interesting.
Unboon. You got Chain Shrug. You're here, Chain?
I'm here. I was just a little late on my potion cooldown.
Okay. It's fine. Unboon.
We'll see. We'll see how
I'm
things
at a
play
boon
out.
Now. I probably should be fine, but
Yeah, I have 1 stack of water, please.
thank you.
Yeah, I just never had any frost resist. Just like whatever to me.
Amplify Magic's out on the raid.
Were those epics they showed from BFD, BOE, or BOP? If BOE was wondering the obscene cost for them. Like they're crafted, so they're bind on pickup when you
All
craft
right, Mini,
them.
go ahead, log in. We're going to poll when Mini gets in.
You
here.
have to have the profession. You can't sell them.
All right, following Mini in, go left and right. Go to your sides.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Shaman's dropping your frost protection totems, frost resist.
Are they close enough to get it? Yeah, they are, but I think Scuffed is too far away to get my frost.
Not that early Death Wish.
Watch your feet.
You ready for decurses in 5? Decurses. Alright, when we spread here,
My FPS is so low
I don't
right
want
now.
anyone to spread
Wonder if
any
it's 'cause
farther back from where the
streaming.
melee groups are now. You need to move toward the front of the room, 10
Watch your
yards,
feet.
get away from the blizzard, spread out properly. Watch your 10-yard range. Rogues can be instant attacking. Okay, we've got 1 out. That's 2,
Me,
3,
I am the block.
4. Okay, start moving, but don't get the
Find
stack. Okay,
shelter.
there you go.
I got 5 combo points up, but it's gonna
That's
drop.
fine. Just
'Cause I got
reapply it
it.
when she comes down. Gil Harold, you need to pop a frost protection potion.
Totems are getting kind of
You'll
close.
be using whatever defensives you have, okay?
Let's take a potion.
Health stones,
Duh.
root tubers, keep yourself alive.
Push that one. Let's push that one. Oh,
I got knocked twice.
You need to get farther up on the leg. You're too far back.
They're coming towards us? Yes, it is.
Watch your foot.
Brain life coming out. Decurses. Druids, mages decursing.
A few max ranks.
We got an air phase in 10. This will be the last air phase. I want melee popping frost protection. Damage is popping frost protection potions here. Spread out properly. Keep yourselves up. That's 1, 2, 3. We got an even split. 4. You can start moving where you need to go.
Find shelter.
All right, get to him. Top people off here. Easy kill. Pop Death Wish if you got it up.
Keep the tank alive.
Do not die to this blizzard melee. Keep healing. Oh fuck, why do I have this shit?
Hey, good, no one died.
Big trinkets.
And why couldn't we have done this last week like this? It always happens like that.
Friendly. Sure. Could have sworn I gave that shit to you.
Smooth, I know.
You did. I don't
And then it's like the week. It's like we could have not had to raid tonight.
Yeah, Frostpots again.
But I think people just get kind of tired
KT assignment sheet. Take a look
if it's
at
a
it now,
longer
please.
raid, and then
Look
it's
at your
like
corresponding
one
number,
person
that's your location.
messes up, and then it just kind of
Brutal
goes
kill,
off.
you're on spot 16.
Where's the healing meter?
So
True,
during
I don't
phase 2,
have.
you'll go out there to spot 16. That's where you're standing. You're gonna
With
be healing
PvP, I had turned off my meters because they just kind of take up room, and I like the kind of clean UI, but I forgot to turn them
Is
back on.
22 just at the front of the room?
22. It's orange. It's to the right here.
Oh, okay, I see it. Sorry. I was looking.
Do not run into the middle green, please. Frost protection potions as soon as they come back up. I've got 5 seconds on mine. I popped it when I called for it on Sav.
I was debating because
3 minutes of my,
as
mana
Orc
time, so
Shaman,
call me
that
last.
would put me at hit cap.
Yes,
That's fine. I think.
Oh, for the
Chain piece,
yeah, for
everybody's
the
Manatides. And Vera and Toast,
gloves.
you guys both have Manatides available, right?
I don't know if you can dump the
You
profession
don't need a
actually
shadow
after
protection
having
potion for
them.
this. Everybody move
I guess you
forward. I'm on
probably
a star,
could. Why
please.
wouldn't you? You know, they don't have like a requirement on them. They're just like bind after
You're
you
not
get
going
them.
in yet.
So if
Now
I'm-
what?
Did you call which kick groups people are in?
It's on the sheet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Stonks, I noticed that too. You can only have like one of the crafted items.
I'm sorry, I do not have.
How do I know if you're a good player if I can't see the meter? You just have to believe in your heart. The healing meters truly don't really matter too much. I mean, they matter a bit. Like if you're at the very bottom of the healing meters, probably something's wrong, but
Access circle.
like shamans are always
Right, where
towards
you're
the
gonna go?
top, druids are always towards the bottom, mages are kind of
Go
like
ahead,
in between
roll in.
depending on what their role is.
Shamans, you're dropping Earthbinds. Everybody's in the center to start.
I definitely did not look at where the shamans are dropping earthbind, so I guess I'm gonna just drop one there. That's definitely not an earthbind. Go.
Missing northwest. Northland.
Bonita, you're Mark 12. Where Diamond is now, this is where you want to be standing during phase 2.
Okay, so it's 13 on the sheet, but 12.
Yeah, real Bonita is 12, 13 is Ebonhorn.
East Earthbind.
There's 2 there. Yeah, we have an extra Earthbind, it's fine. Do not kill yourselves in phase 1, please. Try to get into phase 2 as much mana as possible.
I'll just not have earthbind up, so I can give the tanks their juicy strength totem. Yeah, sadly, that's kind of the problem about healers and healing meters is it's definitely like a DPS kind of game. Like if you care about meters, it's like the DPS stuff is actually what's kind of fun to care about, but healing meters is just like
So I'm assuming
it's just kind of whoever can heal snipe the other person.
Alright, we're gonna be doing
Real Rico has 50 seconds and EBRN has a minute, so you can move everybody else.
Okay, we're gonna be doing toast first, not yet, but you're gonna be the first person to do it.
A minute? I don't even know what they were talking about.
Sounds good.
This person wants to drop their totem, I guess not.
Alright, you can drop it now.
Oh, I see what they're doing. They're dropping mana tides. Okay. I think if anything drops good from this raid, I feel like I should just
make sure you're not pulling with that Thunder
pass
Fury.
on it. I don't know when I'll the next time I'll do NAXX will be, and I kind of think I would feel guilty taking any gear. It's like, do I really want to log into... Do I want to, Oh, they want a mana tide. Do I want to log into era servers once a week to raid NAXX? Like, why does it matter, you know? It's like...
Got a skelly behind that A-ball.
It's just kind of meh for
There's
that.
totems. I need a totem on diamond over here.
Did I respec Resto for this? Yeah, I respec Resto for 2 bosses, but like the problem is like especially Saffron, you really need to be Resto because you're gonna have mana issues otherwise.
Yeah.
Kind of why that happened.
I've been taking southwest.
What's that? Been number 3?
I think so.
Number 3 is Arrhythma. So you're over here, diamond.
Didn't you turn off ads? I just got one. No, I haven't yet. Well, I did for a while there, but
No. You're in the right spot. That's Weenus that needs to drop over here on diamond.
Totem drop it. Drop your
Then
totem.
who's talking or who's taking line then?
I started streaming on Twitch at the
Southwest
same time.
is 7.
Though, so.
That should be ERBN.
What am I doing? Yeah, you want me to drop one?
Yeah, me and him just switched, it seems like.
Okay.
He's got his earthline over there where I am.
There's skeletons close to the thing. We need to kill them.
Yeah, I need to kill these skeletons.
That's fine. I just got confused. I like ads, so I can still support. Yeah, I mean, like I wanted to not have any ads because I know ads can be super annoying, but like I set up the join function for people, and I've had some people join, which is awesome, but not very many, and like I have to multi-stream on Twitch and on YouTube at the same time. I have to have Ultra, which is like $20 a month, so it's like I should have ads to at least
We'll get one more
offset a little bit of that. Like each stream, and I can show you guys. I'm totally transparent about that. Each stream with running ads, I think I probably make like $3 to $6 off ads. So it's not like they're crazy, but at least after several of those, then I can
toast
You
your
have to
back
be
in the
perfectly stacked 10 yards away from everybody else.
Let's see. Hold on, sorry, I'm distracted. At least after all that, then I can
Harold and Riggedy will be on purple
Still
diamond.
got a Weaver over here.
I get marked by the skeleton.
Harold, you need to be right on purple.
$3 a day is actually not bad for a smaller stream. Yeah, I mean, like it's not like crazy money, but it at least helps cover my costs for things, you know? Like if I'm gonna have to spend $20 a month on this, and then I have to have like my video editing software.
Yeah, you might
and
not spending on me. I'm about to.
I also have like a hella expensive internet so that I can stream and not have any issues.
Purple,
like,
realign yourselves.
Then those things kind of get taken care of.
I need
with,
yellow. Yellow, you need to stack back.
ads
Cyrus,
and
get back. You guys have to be on your stacks.
Yeah, I should have just NS there.
40%, you're going to pop a Greater Frost Protection Potion. Big heals on Ico. And then you're also popping your cooldowns. Bonita is down. Means illness. I need you shackling D. Pop those cooldowns. Death Wish.
EOT.
MC's out.
Yeah, bad time to
Big
have
heals
to
on.
re-drop totems.
It's on Ico.
Alright, shackle these, please. Death Wish.
Do you want a combat res?
Wreck.
He's gonna move.
Hold on. Battle Res, Watch Your Mouth, and Kovacs. Dispel Stafu.
Trapping.
Purple, get out. Turn around.
Dude, Resto Shaman healing is honestly so sleeper though. It just like
Big heals on Mini. Need warriors breaking off and picking up these other targets.
Yep, there's 2 on turn. Or chain.
What's getting ice?
it's gonna happen. It's just not very clean.
Execute on the boss.
Oh, that's not good though. Bad timing for that. Right at the end.
So low.
There we go. Jeez,
That got really sloppy at the end.
You know, the entirety of Group 1 got MC'd. Holy
Mega
shit.
Manifold.
Might have
Soul
meant
Seeker.
2 Frostfire, Soulseeker, Mom, Phylactery. Cool. Good run.
Two-handed shamans rise up. I'm just kidding. Not happening.
Got it down, boys. That's all that matters.
Okay, guys. Let's.
Yo, I'm so sorry I couldn't bring Power Lord, by the way.
It's all good.
Do I have boons?
Everyone make sure you have RCLC enabled.
Am I blind or? Shoot, dude. So it doesn't really matter. Isn't that? Oh, I thought that's who I had clicked. I just want to play, but I'm also trying not to play because I don't want to pre-burn out.
And
Yeah,
you get an
that's
extra
true.
boon I can buy.
Yeah,
We
go
just
ahead.
has one.
You don't have to
Just
stop who.
Alright.
You guys want to hear a fun fact?
Yes.
You know what's the leading cause of dry skin?
These nuts.
A towel.
Zing.
Got my mage now, boys.
Resto Shaman Chain Healing is a sleeper, but also satisfying. Yeah, I'm just actually happy with SOD. Seems like there's going to be a
We
lot
did get a little sloppy
more
there at the end. I'm not sure exactly
like
what happened.
actual rotation
got
in
killed
PvE,
prior
which
to the,
will be it will be nice. Because PvP in Classic has always been fun, but PvE has always been a little bit too like
So I think the shackles got a little out of control there. I peeled
I
off.
don't know, just not my thing.
Doubted a
It's
couple of them to get them off chain. I think.
been a
My
little
Goblin Rod
slow.
can help with one, but then I tried to
broke
trap
it.
another. It didn't work. You broke the Goblin?
Yeah, I was.
Ah.
Those were the two that I was going ham on trying to get threat.
Sticking me a friendly, yeah.
Guys, we should
Stay near friendly. I don't know
do
what's going on, dude. It keeps on giving me back ML.
some PvP with our
keeps
world
giving it
buffs
back
up.
to you.
Wouldn't that be fun?
Yeah. You have it. You should have it now for good.
Yep.
Chrono boons, I don't have any. Wrath is pretty good rating. Yeah, I remember enjoying it. I did a little bit of oh yeah, Chrono. I love that. I would love that. Don't care about that. I would love that. Don't care. Don't care. That's a need. Hey Fenris, how's it going? What's the most exciting about Druid for you and SOD, Evan? Honestly, like Cat Druid just seems like it actually has like a rotation that you need to do. And like Savage Roar just seems really, really strong. Oh no, I just think Feral Druid seems like it's gonna pump in the first phase. Who knows about later? But phase 1, Feral just looks like a lot of fun. None of the abilities that Druid get so far are like that exciting to me. So I'd just say more of like, in general, Feral looks like it's gonna be fun. But anyone want to do Battlegrounds after this? Should we do? Should we pocket heal a warrior in BGs for a little bit, guys? Would that be fun? Or is that boring? Is it boring to watch healer perspective? I don't know. Yeah, I think other classes, honestly, in Season of Discovery have are more exciting than Druid, but I think Druid's just is going to be pretty strong, which I'm not used to because Druid normally is really weak in Classic.
I don't really feel right taking
not
it,
weak,
to be honest, 'cause
but
it was my own fuck up that
just different, you know.
I mean, it's up to you all.
Take it, brother.
All right.
We had 2 of them drop and no one needs it.
And you would have had no way of knowing, dude.
Yeah,
I don't think he should have
I think
it.
they'll be tanky enough to cat PvP. I think Magnaz. I think Feral will be good enough in.
Backlog back on. Thank you. I really
let's
don't
turn these
deserve
guys
this.
down a little. Sorry. Yeah, I think they'll be better in PvP if they have some sort of CC, like a stun, like a kidney shot type of ability. I believe the TBC one was called Maim. So having Maim or something like that would help Druid a lot in PvP for Cat, but I think they'll be a little tankier, yeah. Found something interesting on Wowhead. It could be a total bug, but curious your thoughts. So if you go to Warlock Talent Calculator, under Runes, Chaos Bolt is listed under Chest and Hands. Take a peek. I would assume that's probably just like a bug or like something that they messed up with. Like for example, if we just go to the database instead of going there and we look up Bolt, let's click on that, and then we go down to yeah, so in the game files, there's only engraved gloves, Chaos Bolt right now. There's no engraved chest. So I think it's just probably a mess up on their part, but
allowed to wear it until he brings us 50 gnome scalps.
Kick him.
Yeah, you have to make a hardcore character.
is it incapacitate in TBC? Wrath, it was a stun. Yeah, and I don't mind if it's still just the incapacitate, because I think that would be good enough.
Call it sexuality when you're attracted to men and women.
But
They
yeah,
attracted to you.
Me.
A gamer?
By yourself.
Jeez, that's a good one.
yeah, I don't know what happened to my all my overlay stuff just messed up. Like this was my intro, and that was fine. I had the live and the timer countdown. That was
Thank you, I guess, friendly. I appreciate it.
fine.
You're welcome.
Yeah, everything just got like... Oh, this was hidden.
Oh, got it.
This was hidden, guys. Guys, this was hidden. I don't know if you guys saw this, but this was under the chat so no one could see it, okay? I think that's probably the good size. Good size. Okay, let's fix that. There we go. Better there. How geared are the healers in your raid? We can inspect some people. Like, some people are like, I think this guy was like an alt. He was in like blues and stuff when he started raiding, but he's already in like full tier 3. This guy is like, this guy plays Ellie most of the time.
Cyrex rolled a 6. Oh no.
Dude, what is going on with
Out of
my
100.
just closing? Guy's gear is pretty poo. This guy is like
Doesn't he have to do 1,000?
I would say our best healer in terms of like his gear and like how much healing he does. He's normally like always top healer. But I think he's 100% full bis essentially.
One stack of mana pods.
But yeah, healers are pretty geared.
One stack of
This is a priest that has Atiesh and a lot of times raid leads.
Good luck, Susan.
I cannot
Who's in here,
with this. I think it might be like, maybe it's an add-on that's crashing things.
You think?
But yeah, pretty good gear.
Who's Joe? Joe Mama?
Of course it's Joe Mama.
Bro, the Archdruid title is literally pay to win. I know, dude, that's the point. But the Archdruid title also gets you... Hold on, let's see this. Google Photos. Let's look at my Google
You guys think
Photos.
it'd be worth it to run around and actually collect up ice cap?
Yeah, dude, one stack is like 300 gold.
I mean,
That's
I could definitely change my focus to that.
What if I accidentally like
if you can pick ice
Oh,
cap,
I know I
show
can
a
get
cute
it.
picture of my
Thank
face
you,
or something?
You know what? I'm gonna move him. We'll see.
Thank you, Yog. That's 2 in a
Go
row.
farm some.
Yog, I'll come Tracy.
You just gotta promise not to inflate the mana pot auction house. Please don't.
The lighting of these photos is kind of a little harsh, guys. Do I get access to your only druids?
Congrats, Metro,
No.
dude. Huge ass.
But this is my first. This is the first pin. So that was that's the perk for the Archdruid tier. Physical pin, physical wooden pins. That's the Druid crest. The next one I probably will do will like be a Shaman crest, and then I don't know what I do after that. They're full bis besides NAXX shield. That's sweet. Yeah.
Black Lotus spawns and
We have some pretty geared people, and we have a lot of people that are like 100% bis, but they don't really play that often, so they'll just show up every once in a while to a raid. Like we don't have a roster really; it's just like a sign up in disc.
Yeah, I get your gold back. Holy shit!
He doubled it, bro.
Yeah, I want that thing. Yeah, I was kind of thinking about maybe making like having these just for sale too somehow. But
or 590.
I don't know. It's like, for example, with with the monthly sub thing, it's like $24. After making one of these, it took me kind of a while to make. I'm like, maybe it's like too long of a process for one thing, but who knows.
They haven't rolled it out.
Yeah, I mean there's some changes that they could do to make to get their gear a little bit more dialed in, I guess, but we have who is the guy that like we have a few warriors that are like literally 100% BIS, but I don't think any of them are around right now. That's the guy that wanted a PvP later. I'm not healing you, dude. You don't have good enough gear. Maybe if you get Might of Menethil. I need the top of the top in terms of gear. You want me to heal bot you? Let's see, guys. Here. While we're hanging out, guys, look, we're gonna do, it's called sharing with ebb and flow, okay? Here is my dog, okay? There's one photo of him. There he is again. He's a little shit. Okay, now let's see what else we got here. To make sure we don't share anything too revealing. Oh, you guys want to see? Here, we can look at some of my art pieces. Those. Okay, next. Guys, look at just look at this. Let's not, guys, we could talk about Season of Discovery and everything like that. That's fun and all, but look at this. Check this bad boy out. It's my dog Ronan. Such a regal puppy. A big boy. What else I got in here, guys? He looks like a tank. Yeah, he's a bear druid. He has pretty high armor. But then this is a feral druid. This is a feral cat druid, and she she is like really aggressive, and she beats up on the bear druid. She's kind of crazy, actually. See, look at that. That face is one that you don't want to mess with. Wifey must be proud to have an artist like that. Yeah, she also tells me, go get a real job, you know. Look at this guy. Cutie patootie. Okay, let's see what else. Oh, guys, if you want, here. My, Delica.
Congrats on Luke, guy. Also,
My,
Isaiah's looking
Pride and Joy, the Delica.
make it. If you can't make it, it's cool. Just let us know you can't make it. Not the best of loot, but also
Mountain Dog?
cool PvP weapons. So that's always nice.
The
Regal
Saf was
Doggy.
legitimately Times cleaner. Like that was a very good play, guys.
That thing is
Yeah.
dope.
Saf in my
Yeah, dude,
next
the
run will probably
Delica is where
anyways,
it's at. The
hopefully.
Delica is a
And Priest, if you have
fun
42, make sure you
vehicle
bring
for
that to
sure.
Your raids here. First off, KT. You'll top the meters.
I like
And it has frost resistance.
I've built out like the whole interior too. So got a drawer
Yeah, little
system
grass
and pretty
Yeah, thanks.
Let's get this one. Let's get this one night clear on Wednesday.
pretty good camping rig.
Anybody doing ZG?
Okay guys, we're done distributing loot, so we don't have to sit here and go through my photos anymore. Okay. Let's chat about Season of Discovery and maybe queue up for, let's leave the Discord for I do some metal work and like animal bone jewelry. I don't have enough motivation to finish stuff most of the time. Yeah, you have to. I don't know. For me, a lot of times it's hard to get motivated on projects, but then once you kind of get in the zone, you can kind of, I don't know. It's a little bit easier to kind of buckle down and really get through some stuff. Like I do I have like jewelry stuff. The jewelry stuff is like what I actually enjoy the least. But it actually is what like sells a lot. So there's a lot of local stores here that kind of have some of my wooden jewelry in there and that stuff. People are willing to purchase jewelry more so than like you know, big expensive wooden art piece. But it's like, you know, if I sell like a piece for like $500, then it seems like a lot of money, but the amount of time that goes into something like that ends up being like what people end up paying for, you know. So that's just kind of the hard stuff with all that. Let's talk about, because I need to be like a React streamer and just react to things in my like monotone voice, and that's a problem with stuff right now in Classic, is like I just am waiting for Season of Discovery, and that's probably what a lot of you feel too, is like you're just waiting for like Season of Discovery to launch. And so like right now I don't really have that much stuff to do online. Like, I'll stream for a few hours a day since I told everyone I was going to, but, like, in all reality, there's not a whole lot for me to do besides chatting with you guys. Just finished working on my final for one class. First time in, like, 3 months I actually did it on time. Nice, dude. You're having a hard time between Warlock Tank and Feral Druid. I've never played either in 19 years, nor played a Tauren. Usually play a Rogue, Warrior, or Enhancement Shaman. Yeah, it's a hard... Honestly, it's a hard pick. Like... Warlock seems so ridiculously strong. That I think probably going forward down the line they'll get some nerfs. And I think you got to just play what, like, don't play something because you think it's going to be really strong or overpowered. Definitely just play something that sounds the most interesting to you. You'd have 60 upgrades all open on your phone all the time in 2019. Yeah, I used to just constantly be making things. I'm so bored and you're only working a day a week. Yeah. It's hard with SOD on the horizon, man. It's just like you want it to come now, and then like there's only so much like brainstorming and thinking and planning of stuff too. It's like yeah, I'm gonna do Mulgore. I'm gonna go here, guys. This is what I'm gonna do. Get the quest. Come down here. Get this quest. Finish the quest. Turn these quests in. Then I'm gonna go to the tigers over here. Boo. And then I'm gonna get this quest. Ooh. And then I'm gonna go back. And then I'll turn those in. Then I'm gonna go here and do all those quests. And then I'm gonna let myself die. And then I'm gonna spawn here. And I'm gonna leave this area. And then I'm gonna do the. You know, it's like we've all been there. We've all done it a million times. I'm kind of interested though. Maybe we should go. I actually do want to check something. Now that you reminded me of gold farming stuff, I want to check one thing. Yeah, Stonks, I think the Boomkin runes are going to be better at 40. Like, there's not a whole lot that they could give a balanced druid right now, so Sunfire is pretty good. Star Surge is actually really nice. 10-second cooldown on just the instant damage, kind of similar to the idea of like a Fire Blast or a shock spell for Shaman. So it's kind of nice for balanced druids to have an instant like that that's not Moonfire. But I agree that it's kind of the ones that we've gotten aren't really that exciting so far. I've told people before in the stream I want to see Wild Mushroom. I love Wild Mushroom so much. I want to be able to play with Wild Mushroom. Like defending in the flag room with Wild Mushroom, like World PvP with Wild Mushroom, like having the slow with Wild Mushroom if they put that version in. I just loved Wild Mushroom. It was so much fun. You just mess around on 60 upgrades. You can have fun on it, make builds at people's requests, discuss and talk and read chat, and don't have to multitask in BGs. That's true. If we looked at a class, on at level 25, what would you guys want to see? What would we want to theory craft on? Range tank sounds fun to me. It'd be interesting to see what the class becomes. Yeah, I think Warlock has a lot of potential, honestly. And a lot of different ways to play based on what spec you go. Like you can go Affliction, and you can probably have a lot better AoE tanking abilities in terms of like multi-dotting and being able to hold threat on multiple mobs. And then you have like Demonology, where you can be a lot more tanky. And then Destruction, you know, you have a lot more on-demand burst, and you probably can single like have a really good amount of threat uptime and like uptime on like single target mobs and stuff. Shaman tank build, yeah, we could look at that. I've done a shaman I've done shaman tank stuff before, and the problem with shaman honestly is it's like it's just me. Adjust this to make that bigger there. The problem with shaman stuff is it's basically you just play. I think this was our build. You basically just end up playing like enhanced shaman at level 25, but you just put a shield on. Like the main thing that, and probably a lot of people know about this by now, but Basalt Buckler, it's like hands down the best shield you can get in the game. Hunter melee cleave. We could look at Hunter. the hunter that I had with, it wasn't really like best in slot gear, but it was the gear that I felt like I could probably get fairly easily. Honestly, the weapons that you get from Warsong are actually pretty strong now. Like there's not really that many better options out there in terms of just like DPS. Like even the one from like this polearm is 24.7 DPS at a speed of 3, 2.9 speed, and 24. So it's like, honestly, this is a pretty good weapon for just being able to, you know, everyone's going to be able to get it. Feral seems appealing. Oh, hey, Nikki. Hey, I've been watching your SOD YouTube videos. They're great. You're rolling East or West server. The plan is probably play just on the most populated server, which a lot of times ends up being East Coast. You would have rather gotten boring runes that lean into scaling. The big idea is spell power scaling from armor. I'd love 10, 20%. Okay, interesting ideas. Yeah, we just have to see how those things work later on at the higher levels, you know? Feral seems appealing because it'll be competitive in raids and the potential that we don't have to farm manual crowd pummelers. Yeah, I don't think many Ferals want to have to deal with that, right? Okay, wall. I'm gonna... Not that. I'm gonna run over here to test something. Pretty sure it'll still be the shield at 40 bracket. I think at 40, no, 40 you'll have Scarlet Monastery. Oh, well, Scarlet Monastery is not going to be a dungeon anymore. It's going to be a raid, so I'm sure there'll be a better shield, but it might just be like a little bit harder to get, right? And there's probably some quest shields at 40 that you could get that are like meant for a higher level character as well. I haven't really looked too much at like the 40 best in slot stuff. If my friends play Alliance, I'll be a pally, but if I go Horde, it's hard to decide for you. Yeah, oh no. I don't know what I'd play on Alliance side. I guess I'd just play a Night Elf Druid. I think Paladin I would just get like irritated at playing Paladin. It still just seems like too slow of a class. Just a lot of just like auto hit bonking and stuff. If I played Paladin, I probably would play like a weird holy PvP build or something. Look at this! Look at this young man out here just living the dream. What do we give him from our bags? Something weird. We give him a mithril lockbox. You gotta let him think he's in the clear. Let him get some distance. A single grenade and a mithril lockbox. Oh, dude, he's about to go off on these little alliance. Oh, dude, this is gonna be pure carnage. Carnage. Oh, I don't know. There's 4 of them. He might have a little bit of trouble. A mana pot, yeah. I want to catch them so bad. Okay, we gotta help him. Do I have my net? No. Oh god, I didn't even remember. Shoot, we gotta wait to see if this guy leaves. We don't want him to get flagged. If the problem is my max or my lowest rank frost shock is still like a lot of damage. I'll slow him. I'll do. There we go. Just guys, slow down. He's trying to have fun, okay? 4v1. You guys got this. I won't interfere at all. Just turn around and attack. Don't he's he's ready. Gosh, Earthbind Totem is such a long cooldown. We got to get a little bit ahead. He wants it so bad. He's so slow though. Oh, he whiffed the grenade there. He charged. Just let it happen. Let it happen. Guys, go fight. Help your friend. What's a good emote to tell them? Go help. Guys, your friend is dying. Wow, imagine being in that group, guys, and you're a healer and your party just lets you die. There you go. Let's see what this guy's got. Because this is what's going to be happening in Season of Discovery in a few days. This is what Ashenvale is going to look like. Oh, he's using it all. He's using it all. And he's dead. Well fought. Well fought, Alliance. Typical Alliance. Oh shit, he's going back in. We can't heal that, right? That's toxic. I think he thought I was gonna heal him. Guys, I think they're just gonna kill him again. He res me, I gotta run into the instance. I see what he's saying. He's just let it happen. Kill him to full at least? Yeah, that's what I'm gonna try and do. This rogue. There. Oh, damn, dude. Get it, guys. Come on, I want to see a little CC. Mage. We got a sheep one. Focus the other. Okay, they got a healer back. Alright, alright. No, dude, you gotta wait. I was gonna heal you. We'll NS him. No! Oh, you hate to see it. I think this guy has like a res timer now. Put what Wind Fury down? Yeah, they need to be in my group though. I think it's funny that they're standing out here just like, oh, that's what they're doing. They're waiting for their priest. That's what they're doing. Can't res your priest, guys. I'm sorry. He's going in. That 30 dwarf has Crusader and Fiery. Yeah, some people just totally just like twink out their low level character. It's kind of fun, honestly, leveling like that. Oh, god damn. Guys, let this happen. It's a 4 versus 1. He deserves to come back. Their priest is back. They can run their dungeon now. He's too scared to take it, I think. That's funny. Yeah, but what I want to try... I wonder if these 60s are here to try something too. Like, what else are they doing here, right? Maybe I'll help this guy get in? No, he seems fine. Okay. Yeah, the timer, probably. What are these 60s doing here? They're testing? They theory crafting? They're figuring things out? But my point is, like, there's so many spots in here that, like, you have roots, right? So I'm wondering if there's, like, some pathing. I know of one spot. Or even, like, finding an evade spot would be cool, too. Ooh, iron deposit down there. Okay, we want to... Probably selling boosting. Yeah, but why boost here, right? Scarlet Monastery is, like, so much better. I've never seen anyone boost this dungeon there, so... I don't know. Maybe they're just trying to get some of, like, the rare items to drop for them. Oh shoot, that's not an actual object. I think there's this one right here that you can do. Where you can... Do they follow over here? They do. But I think I can jump. Boys, we might have found something. The problem is I have... Oh no, I'm not wearing the boots that have speed on them. So you can do this without speed. Problem is the range... So you get, like, you'd have to kill the range mobs first. Oh no, they're gonna hit me. Yeah, they drop silk, they drop level 23 to 26 greens, so like perfect level range for random, like, of the eagle pieces or whatever. That's what you... So you definitely want to make sure you don't... Who does the roots? Look at combat log. Happened to me. So the roots is like the big issue. Yeah, like you can't get them. You'd have to be so careful about getting rooted. I don't know what the range is of the root though, and I could have been like resisting it a lot at the beginning. Yeah, that's actually gonna kill me. Oh, it's a totem. It's a totem. Okay, it's just a totem. I'm just dumb. That's okay. I'm just stupid. Yeah, they have a lot of stuff that they have to be careful about, like the knockdowns and everything. Please don't die. I'm going to. Ugh. Gotta be careful of X access too on this stuff. So the knockdown isn't a spell. Yeah, like mages having... What's their stupid fire ability called again? Living Bomb? Oh, and they have a thunderclap slow? Nice. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Living Bomb and the like the flame thing too that like that follows you or whatever. I wonder if are those in the same are those the same thing though? I wasn't sure. That would be kind of a big deal. I'm just getting more mobs on me. I'm so stupid. Guys, shamans are so fun to farm on, by the way, too. Like, oh my gosh, I love not being able to kill level 29s. Different rune slots? Yeah, that would be super strong then. And hunters, you could easily do that. You could do that kite too with hunters, just mob juggling with traps. Like, I don't know if you guys like to watch Zeroji. I love watching him farm stuff on his hunter, but that would be super. That'd be a super easy farm for someone like that to do. Wouldn't be too challenging, to be honest. As long as you're able to... You just pet pull specific mobs that you know are gonna, like, stun you. So, like, you don't get stunned and your pet is the one soaking those at the beginning when you're trying to position. Hey, Javier, how's it going? 15 crit rune plus 6 arcane explosion crit talent? Yeah. Ugh. That'd be crazy. Do they... What am I trying to do? N. Mages, like, you have all your main things. You need blink. This is a resist, though. That's a problem. It might just become a mana issue. But then you have the... Let's look, guys. So, if you have... So this, what do you give up? Living Flame, but you get Arcane Surge is basically like mana back, right? You can use this. Like, I think a lot of people look at it as like, oh my gosh, that could do so much damage if you have like full mana. But if you have like almost no mana and then you use it, you get normal mana regeneration is activated and increased by 300% for 8 seconds. Then you just do Living Bomb. Burnout. Well, below 30% mana, 10% of your mana regen. Interesting. Oh no, there's like so many different things that you could do. Honestly, that route is so nice too, because it's not even that far into the dungeon. But the problem is, like, you might have to end up killing some of these entry level, like the entryway mobs, before you could make a run for it. Like maybe these, and then at at this point you can just like blink past and get enough distance. Oh, sorry guys. You looked at a spirit set for mage? Yeah, that might be kind of smart, honestly. I don't know like the mana return that mages get, like if it's decent compared to some of your healer classes with spirit. Yeah, I'm trying to think. This, all you're gonna do is get them to path down to you. There's no way of getting back up. Can you do this? Thank you, Mr. Boar. Come with me, please. Maybe they were smart and made this so you can't. Oh, you kind of can clip. I was wondering if maybe you can do it at an angle. I feel like that one's not very forgiving though, like if you mess up the jump once. And then same thing with this. This is getting kind of far in for you to just be able to run in. The blood shard buffs are kind of nice. They're just really short. So maybe I would just save some for like the first few BFD runs that I do just for fun. We'll see. Thing is those mobs are like what level? They're like level 18, 19, and 20-ish. I probably honestly won't even be questing at that point. So it's like then I have to go back and do that quest. Not that that's that big of a deal, but. Yeah, some of them are super short buffs, others are like 30-minute buffs. Just depends on which one it is. Switch your healing power gear for spell power? Yeah, I need to do that. I just mainly wasn't actually wanting to kill things, but then obviously I just get things on me as I'm running around. Okay, we know that isn't. Can't even make it all the way there. When it comes to like gathering them up too, you could bring them all down. Bring them down this tunnel, and then you could jump, you could run up this. And then jump across right here and grab these. And then jump back down here, and then they have to run back this way. I'll tell you what I mean here in a second. Oh, I just wish I have a level 50 mage, but they just have such shitty gear. It's like Shaman is literally the worst class to be here on. Yeah, let me see. Okay. Need to turn off auto loot, I guess. But that's like, each mob's giving like 4 silver. And I just got a green. Decent green, not the best. I don't know if you can make the jump from here. This is without speed on. Ooh, you can. You can make it. So then you would like... Here, I'll show you what I mean. We pull this young man. And so say up till now we've grabbed everything in the dungeon. The problem is the axis here. Like when I run this way, they can hit me from below, I think, right? So you'd have to be very careful. You'd have to be like hugging this wall so that they're all following you on this side. Oh, it's kind of sketchy. And then see, they hit me from down there. And obviously at this level it doesn't really matter, but at max level you would get, or like at 25 you would get absolutely destroyed by them. Like if like 6 or 7 of them just hit you. But then yeah, you'd pull these and blink through this maybe if you're a mage. And then you get to this point and then you drop down, so then they have to run around. And then you like Nova or slow these. And then you'd run back up here. Jump over. And then you just juggle the mobs until they... that's the problem though, is they don't run, they don't path this way. They path up this stump. So you don't really have the time to do it. Oh, nice. Like, every single mob in this dungeon has some kind of... I don't know if you could do this, guys. I think I'm resisting a lot of stuff, luckily, because I'm high level, but, like, all these mobs have some sort of, like, slow, or you have so many ranged mobs hitting you, like, shooting you. I don't think you could do this. If I ran that way, they would go that way. Yeah, you're right. They'd take the quickest path. So if they're already kind of far up that way, they will. Here, I actually know what I want to test, guys. Yeah, SFK has some interesting stuff too, with like you can jump on like the roof in some spots, and that might... Okay, let's go to org. Okay, we're actually gonna start... We've got some ideas here. We're gonna look through some stuff. I have an idea. Okay. I actually want to do this on my mage. Ooh, and my mage is on a different account, so... Do this. Bear with me. Got some Nomergon music playing. No, ice barrier is going to make this rough. Yeah, I think, honestly, just the, like, even if you killed most of the ranged mobs, just having, like, 1 or 2 of those hunter mobs just shooting you, like, as a mage, you're just going to die. Like, I don't think RFK is going to be really doable, to be honest. After seeing that, let's quickly tar Prince. Wouldn't it be funny if he was here? There and around here. I don't think he's... Okay, he's not here. Let's go to org. I want to test something with RFC, and then I want to test something with Shadowfang Keep. Is it? You have to promise not to make fun of me if I die on this character, though, because I have, like, no gear. I have, like, level... This, I boosted this character, and I have, like, level 17, 18, 19. Oof. It's not looking good. We actually might get some upgrades today, guys. We might get some upgrades on this character. Why is my map so huge? Yeah, no, they drop level 25 affix gear. They do. I've farmed it for a little bit, and they 100% do drop. It is a bummer because sometimes they drop level 26 items too, which obviously you couldn't use, so you'd have to just like disenchant them. But the true RFC experience, yeah. Yeah, phase 2 is going to be a nightmare for Title Charm. That's why you get it in phase 1. Good luck with that, though, but yeah. Okay, let's... I don't even remember my hotkeys on this character, really, for things. Okay. I don't have enough mana now. My mana pool is so small. Oh, I'm clicking drink, not the... Your PFP doesn't show in chat? I have to fix chat though. This is like super scuffed edition chat, guys. So I need to get it to actually Oh, I see what your profile is though. It's Title Charm. Yeah, no, I was a little confused by PFP, but then I was like, what wouldn't have shown for them? And then I was like, oh, profile pic. Okay, so with these, you'd aggro them as you run in. And then you'd probably, like, Nova here. And then this one would aggro, but you're already kind of ahead. This one... You're gonna take damage from, like, a few of them. The problem is here, right? So, like... We don't really have a way to... Do they evade when I'm up here? They do evade. Okay, so if I get up here fast enough, they'll not be there. So then I can go like this. I can do the same thing over here. Ooh, they don't evade on this spot though. Okay, we have 15, we have 74, 15, 51. I don't know how you'd end up pulling this. You probably would run back up and let the mobs that you pulled down below follow you. Because we gotta realize on a mage, we're gonna have blink. We don't have block though, so grouping everything up is gonna be kind of hard. Because you can't just do stuff like this. Gaming! Easy clap. Okay. $15.51. come to the crossroads after? Do you have a little young fellow over there? This character's on Faralina. I'm like on a dead server. See, there's only bots. I'm only playing with bots, guys. This is so crazy. I'm just like playing where the mages go, you know? Oh, Ouijas, I like that. It's pretty cool. Let's sell this stuff and see how much that gets us for probably like 1 gold is my guess. I don't think that I feel like the mobs just give so little here. So we had this stuff. I'm aware that some of the stuff you wouldn't want to just vendor, but for the sake of what we're doing, I'm just wanting to get a general idea. That's horrible. That's not good gold. You definitely wouldn't want to do that for gold. Because, like, obviously it looks somewhat easy on a 51, but you couldn't do it that quickly on a 20. You'd be taking longer for sure. I know, I'm curious now what the Dead Mines farm is. Yeah, I know that the end you can kite as well, but, like, that's... well... Unless their plan is on a druid to, like, stealth past. Well, you can't... There's certain doors you can't get through, though, until you kill things, right? Like, you have to kill Sneed. Right? Isn't that his name? You have to kill Sneed. Open that door. So, you couldn't really just run to the end. We could go look over in the Dead Mines, too. I'd probably just go on my Shaman, though, at that point. Kind of want to... I might do this tomorrow, but I want to make, like, a list of, like... Like, I know my best in slot pieces, and I want to just make a... Like, a list of the order I'm going to try and get pieces in. But I think I'm going to get the Wailing Caverns loot first, and then I'll go to Dead Mines. RFC was never good gold, even pulling the whole dungeon. Yeah, but I'm just more talking about, like, at level 25, you know what I mean? Like, even though the gold isn't that great, like, a level 60 would never clear RFC just for the gold. Plus your bags get full in, like, 2 seconds, but... Like, at level... we're trying to think about, like, what at 25 is, like... Like, there's 2 things you gotta consider. Like, 1, doable. And then this wrong guy, and then the second is like how much gold you're kind of getting. Pickpocketing Dead Mines? Yeah, but he said that it was on a druid that they said they could do 10 gold per hour. 10 gold per hour in Dead Mines. That seems like crazy, just like let me put add-ons. Let me put Atlas loot on. We should look at the vendorable costs of, like, for example, think of Maradon farming, right? You're basically just farming blues. Like, is there a way that you could find a blue? For example, that first boss in Dead Mines drops... Sometimes these weapons are... Why is it not showing the value? Is it because I don't... I always forget what add-on does what. I think it's scrap that maybe shows the price. Oh. mean, tiny tooltip will probably do it, even though I hate that. Yeah, Arathi Basin is available at that level normally, but they haven't said anything about it being in the game. Even with the tooltip, it doesn't show me. Good. You hate to see it. Okay, I'm gonna go old school and just look it up. Rock Slicer. It's 20 silver. Honestly, it could be something like that. Like, so this is it's a 3-point cheese. So you're mainly just getting this. And that's 10 silver for this. Taskmax, I think Taskmaster's like 50. 30. You think 10 gold an hour? I just feel like 10 gold an hour at level 25 seems really high. Maybe it's not. Soling bosses and selling enchanting mats might be good. RFD was great gold at 60. Yeah, that's very true. If you also could find a way to guaranteed a small, like, if you could find a small radiant shard farm. Oh my god, actually I wonder. Racers. Let's look at the disenchanting into a large radiant shard. Shoot. Small radiant. We want small radiant shards for boot speed, right? Isn't that the one that you want for boot speed? Yeah, boots minor speed. That will be a big one. It's all like blues that are in their 40s. You can get them from tailoring pieces too. I wonder if, like, Dreamweave gloves. What do you need to make those? Honestly, not like an insane. You can make them at level 25 or level 225, which is obtainable. It's a recipe. Huh. I wonder if you farm radiant shards by just creating Dreamweave gloves. You need a few recipes or a few things like Bolt of Mageweave, so you'd have to be farming Mageweave, but it's an option. You think phase 2 is going to be AB and Arathi? Yeah, I mean, I could see that as one. Arathi would kind of make sense because it's nearby to. So here's Arathi, and it's nearby, like, Hillsbrad, which is where Alliance is going to be using to get to Scarlet Monastery, right? So there might be some kind of stuff in here. Because if we look at Ashenvale, it's like makes sense with the raid and everything. Yeah, no, I know that RFD's common for people do for shards, but yeah, you can't do the shard stuff with that dungeon because you can't enter it, I don't think. 35? 35 seems too high. I'd say like 30, but maybe it is 35. It's just because, like, Scarlet Monastery you can enter at 20. that those guys are immune to. I just don't know if I have the mana to kill these guys with my shitty gear. Okay, there we go. We're getting close though. Guys, I have gear from this dungeon. That's how awesome I am. What add-ons am I going to use at launch? Probably just Questy. Honestly, try to keep things really, really simple for like a possible like Lua errors and everything. So hard to say, guys. Does any? I mean, I'm sure a lot of you guys probably like even if you had like some sneaky little farm, you probably wouldn't tell people. But I just can't think of any. I wish my map would resize. I don't know why this add-on is being. I guess I could try and just do it through the. There we go. One thing too is like Dust Swallow gives you the first aid books. You might be able to sell for a slight markup just because people don't want to make their way all the way over there. What else is like... Your farm will not pay off till phase 2. I got a little something in the works. I mean, it's probably what I would do if I had a great farm. Honestly, a really good farm for Alliance is wetlands over here. What are those? I think they're called Crimson Whelps. Crimson Whelp, level 25 to 26. They have 640 health at the moment. They might get buffed for Season of Discovery. But they sell, or they drop a lot of junk stuff that can sell for the vendors pretty well. And keep small flame sacks for later, which will be useful. They drop a lot of like level 20 to 19 greens. And then Searing Blade, Drake Wingbands. They don't drop like that great of stuff, I guess. I'll give away my farm play a lot. It's my secret tech. That's true. The problem though is like my definition of playing a lot ends up being PvPing, which like PvP sadly never gives you gold, right? Like it's not a good way of... Even like people that just like to run dungeons and stuff, at least they're still like getting some gold, right? But PvP, it's just... It ain't it. Problem too about like farms like this is we don't know how strong the mobs will be, like if they buff the mobs. Like I could see them like, you know, giving some mobs like a slow or something like that to avoid people doing stuff like this. It's fun to farm gold, but at the same time you can just work 1 hour and all that time spent on gold farming is like a waste of time. Yeah, I kind of know what you mean, man. But I feel like people just... Like for me, I enjoy gold farming just as like an activity, and a lot of times it's like some of my old YouTube videos, right, are me like soloing a boss from a certain dungeon or something. Like I don't really care about the gold per hour there. It's just more about it's fun. But the problem is like when you get to the point in the game where things are like extremely overpriced or something from like gold farmers or GDKPs or whatever, then it's like those farms are like completely pointless to even do. So it's like that kills the idea of even trying to do it for fun. Probably should just go back on my other character. I don't really see this being impossible, really. There's too many mobs you'd have to like run through and actually hit, unless you're like killing small amounts of mobs. DJKP BFD, yeah, probably, sadly. Just so pointless. Oh damn, those mobs instantly run back. Good to know, I guess. Oh, let's just exit and then go on the Shaman. People wanna fled that. Oh, flaunt the 10 extra AP. Yeah. People will. It's weird though because it's like once you have the gear, what are you gonna do? You're gonna go PvP or something? It's like you can PvP without that gear too. It's not like you need the best of the best gear to. So it is really like when people pay actual cash for items in a game like WoW, it just seems weird because once you have the items, there's like not as much incentive to do the raids anymore, and then when there's not incentive to do the raids anymore, what are you incentivized by? Like running around and showing off your gear? Like there's not, you know what I mean? Like that's kind of why Classic always dies down after like Wrath or NAXX comes out, because like, okay, once someone's got their BIS, what are they gonna do? Make a new character? They're going to you know, there's just not quite as much stuff to do. Let me see if this shows me now what price of things. I don't think it does. I thought for some reason I had an ad on that when I. Oh, it does. See, vendor. Dead mines. What about if we look at like stockades? This is nice for Alliance because they can get in there pretty, but there's not any good. Dungeon. Vicious Fallout is like right at the beginning. Nice for that, but this guy's actually pretty close to the beginning, but you wouldn't be able to solo it. It'd be like I feel like actually though, after looking at tailoring, being able to make those gloves and then disenchanting them for a small radiant shard, I feel like there's going to be some like secret tech for crafting something that doesn't really take that much in terms of material and then can easily be turned around for some decent money. I'm gonna peek at some of the You doubt Nomor or SM will be even open? They made it sound like it is. They made it sound like those dungeons will be available. Did I say I was making a PvP guild? Yeah, we have a guild that's getting started. We have probably about 40 to 50 people in there so far. And I know some people are like still waiting on me to get back to them about things. I've just had a lot of applicants, so I'm trying to get through them as I can. Yeah, I do think that hunters have some could have some pretty interesting farms. I think there's also something to be said about if we just go into the database and then we look up items and then we go usable by faction class. Yeah. We go, is it called like rarity type or something? Oh no, it's over here. Quality, poor, common. Here. I select oh yeah, if I hold shift. Poor and common, we want to do that, and then we want to apply filters, so we just get poor and common items. Actually, I just want poor. Not even common. Clear, poor, apply filter. Here guys, I'll show you what I'm looking at. And then if we go and we say, can you not choose sell price? I wanted to sort by sell price. Go source type. This is gonna filter stuff. I don't want filtered. I just wanted to see what's high. Sell prices, right? So it's like, I guess we can look where things. A young turtle. High level turtles. Thought they teased them as raids. Would be weird if they were normal in phase 1 and then raids in phase 2. Yeah, but I kind of think that's might actually be what they're doing from what I kind of understood, but I don't know, I could be wrong. Oh, you kept talking about chat, but I just got instant invited. Yeah, some people who I had talked to in the past, or like have I've had some ongoing conversations with and whatever, I just didn't bother actually getting. Like I've had so many people, so I've been trying to get through as many as I can in a easy way, but it's a fishing thing. Angora, okay. I don't know, guys. I think once we get started and we hit 25, I think we're just gonna have to go out and kind of explore and kind of discover what's good for farming. I don't really know if there's too much, so I should just get off here. There's not too much that we can check out at this level and be confident on, right? Because some things could be like the mob health in the open world could be different. I just don't know if there's much that we can look out for. Yeah, Arena Junkie, I agree. If Nomer is not available, then the legs from Wailing Caverns are going to be huge. The thing about the Wailing Cavern stuff, though, and the Nomergon stuff is, in the test stuff, they were wearing the Nomer legs. So I think you can go into Nomergon. Also, I don't know if Nomergon is actually going to be a raid. There was, like, the leaks. They, like, put the Alarmo bot in there, who's from Nomergon, right? But they put him in, like, at the very beginning of the leaks. So they could have just meant it as, like, you know, warning, warning, like, don't watch this if you don't want spoilers. Like, they might have inadvertently, like, thought that we were getting Nomer, but they actually just meant it funny as, like, a warning, you know, for spoilers alert kind of thing. Because if you think about it, Nomer's like a level 30 to 35. 35 is kind of high, right? Like, it's like a level 30 dungeon, and the next level bracket is going to be 40. So Scarlet Monastery makes sense for 40, right? But Nomergon is kind of weird. They would have to tune it up, which they definitely could, but I just don't know. Good, isn't that the idea? True. Having to find things out when the game comes out? What do you mean, man? I want to be able to know everything right now. I need to have the perfect... I need everything to be perfect and ready for me. What's going on here? Are you nervous? Are you nervous to go in? Scarlet Monastery should be 60. It would be kind of cool if they made it like super difficult and everything. Just because I feel like Scarlet Monastery is one of those raids that everyone has like is like very recognizable and iconic raid. Iridescent pearls are used in 2 of the epic craftables. Yeah, that's true. You could try and farm those bad boys. SM. Oh, with the raid in Hearthglen? Hearthglen? Yeah, that'd be cool. Or like Tyr's Hand. I see what you're saying, John. Josh from the Countdown has an interview with the devs today or tomorrow. Oh, and you're saying he said the 30th? That's kind of a bummer. Talking about on his stream having someone which our PR team would... Hey, boy. Oh, this is you. This is you, Aaron. Dare you? I recognize your name from Discord. I saw that you changed it to that. Sorry, I don't attack children. I don't mess with gray names. Come back when you're at least 51. Actually, I think green is like 48 actually for 60. But yeah, I think maybe the play too is like, this has nothing to do with gold farming, right? But I think it might be beneficial, guys, when you come, because most horde are going to come the way I just came, and they're going to come fast and they're going to come hard, right? So we need we need to look around also when we're coming up here onto this bluff. If you look quickly around this area, oftentimes there is a dust devil in this area, and so it might be worth just sniping it before going into the dungeon for a little magic dust. Magic dust could help you with locking down like a STV chest one time or another. Dang, look at all these guys out here. Hello, fellow Alliance. Oh no, not this guy. He keeps harassing us. Be careful, I will solo you with my lightning shield. I'm a pacifist, but you're bringing this upon yourself. We have to camp the messenger. True, you could do that. You could do that with some horde buddies. Just mess with the alliance. You didn't mean to auto me there. Well, now you're dead. Yeah, but okay, so the guy said actually, I actually have an idea. I honestly have an idea of how he did it, because I remember there is a you can juggle mobs on a something in here. I can't remember what it is. It's like, so then even if the mobs in here are stronger, you'd still be able to. It's not this. Is it this pipe? This pipe I think is. This might actually kill him. Never mind, I thought Ellie was actually strong. Never. Yeah, so he's running away in fear. That's fine. I want to see if he comes back and hits me. The cannon? Yeah, I know about that one. See, he's like... So this is an evade spot, right? So that is an evade spot. But there's something... Is it like right over here too or something like that? Pipe in the goblin room? Yeah, I know about some of the further ones, but I swear there was something really early on in the dungeon that I saw someone... see, at this point, it's like, you couldn't get this far in at, like, level 20... Well, maybe you could at 25 as a druid with stealth. Yeah, you can't step on that. So see, like, so the farm has to be towards the beginning, because you can't even get through these doors without killing this big boy. There is a spot left of the ogre. Like maybe up on here. Is it this pipe? Because I know I saw like Guzu and like I saw a video of Guzu and like, they're like these two gnome mages and they're trying to solo stuff on like hardcore. So maybe it is this? But that doesn't really help you soloing stuff. That helps like drop aggro from you and then it would run to another player. But I'm not looking for like an evade spot. I'm looking for a spot that you can juggle. So like you can, you know, get them up on one side and then to the other. left side on pipe. We need to just get... Let's kill this one and then we'll leave this one on us so we can test stuff. Okay, come this way, friend. You run over... No, that wouldn't even work anyway. Problem is, like, if you get on an evade spot, so that's definitely an evade spot. If you get on an evade spot for, like, more than a few seconds, they start regenning health, right? So... Huh. So it's like, that's good if you're like, I guess you could two-man stuff, but it would be just kind of clunky. It's like, at that point, why don't you just like clear it? Because these mobs are fairly low, so at level 25, like you could two-man this stuff fairly fast. Which could also be a play too. You just come in here with a buddy and then just brush this stuff and... Yeah, because this is just all this does is just evade them. So that's not gonna help you. Because I know, like, I think some of you guys know about this spot too. There's like several spots in the final room where the ship is out there in the water. Like, there's several spots that you can kite things around. So that's not, like, that one's fairly easy, but you'd have to get all the way past... You'd have to get past quite a bit of stuff, right? And soloing, like, the first boss, not a big deal, but soloing Sneed, the Shredder unit guy, I don't see that really happening as a druid. You could probably... Well, I mean, maybe if you're balanced, you could do it and find a kiting spot, but... Okay, let's see. 2784. This is without selling anything. I just want to see. Oh, we got Rock Slicer. I didn't pull all the mobs either. Like, nothing basically. Like 12 silver. Honestly, that first farm in RFK seems like the most promising. Oh my gosh, too. I just thought about something, guys. If Ghost Wolf is like... If you can use Ghost Wolf indoors too, you can be using Ghost Wolf in like a dungeon like this, right? So you could use Ghost Wolf in RFK that we were looking at, and you'd be beefy. That might be easy. That might actually be doable on a shaman instead of a mage. But you'd be having to like... It would take a while to kill all those with like your... You even have Magma Totem? I don't even think you have Magma Totem. Magma Totem. Rank 1 is level 26, so you don't even have Magma Totem. I don't really think you could. And then Druid has some possibilities, but I don't know. Okay, guys. I'm tired. I've been getting harassed all day long by this guy. So... Oh no. Oh no. So I think I'm gonna call it here. And I'm gonna get off. And I'll be back on tomorrow. potted. Come on, dude. He's out of here. Okay, guys. Good fun. I'll catch you guys later. I'll be back on tomorrow, and I don't know what we'll do. We'll figure something out. There's not a whole lot to do right now until SOD launches, so I need to also fix my chat. I need to get this this chat window fixed so it's not so scuffed. Okay. Anyways, you'll quiz me about runes next time? Nice. Okay. I will accept that.